Association supports and encourages spectators to enjoy the competition between our student athletes and cheer for their teams in a positive manner. The appropriate site personnel will address negative comments and behavior. Spectators should be loud, be proud, and be positive toward all players, coaches, officials, and spectators. Thank you for your support and enjoy the game. Now please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem by the Fredonia Pep Band. Salamanca Warriors. The Warriors are coached by Chad Bertozzi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shannon Davis. Along my side is Greg Krause, and we are playing the Fredonia Hillbillies versus the Salamanca Warriors in a Class C South matchup, and a huge matchup we have here tonight, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, we've got two teams coming in, coming out for wins. They have 1-0 Class C each, Class C South. Our common opponent, we were talking about that. They both have played Allegheny Limestone in the last 2 weeks consecutive, and very, very similar results. I think we're going to see ourselves a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anyone that went to Salamanca last year, what a show it was. It was an offensive showdown. It was filled with penalties and controversy, but it was a lot of talent showed. The final score was 42-19 at Salamanca last year, but at the half it was 21-13. So it was very deceiving. But there was 27 penalties between the two teams last year. And total offense, Greg, 370 yards for Fredonia, 357 for Salamanca.
There's some pro teams that like those numbers, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lot of yards to round up for a high school team.
It was a shootout. In fact, Fredonia didn't have, they had a stud running back in Matt Lauder. He didn't have a single carry in the first half, but he finished the game with 11 carries and 130 yards in the second half. So it was crazy shootout. But here's the key. Jesse Stallman, all right, for Salamanca Warriors. Last year against Fredonia as a junior, he's a senior this year, 27 carries, 161 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And he is a big bruising back. You can see him coming out right now at center. He's a captain, number 47. They have to shut him down tonight, Greg, or at least control him and not let him beat them. They got a sophomore quarterback. He's got some decent numbers for the season so far, but the offense and the team defensively, too, it goes through Stallman.
And to that end, Stallman's got to be feeling the pressure to break out, because his stats are not that good this year. He hasn't had the kind of numbers that we just spoke about.
Absolutely,
but it's there.
In fact, for the season, in 3 games so far this year, he has on 30 carries.
They're doing it all over again. What's your call? Tails is called.
27 carries against Fredonia last year. He had 161 yards.
It is tails.
So 1 game last year against the Hillbillies is better than 2 games so far this year for Stallman. But he's ready. He could be ready to break out. The Hillbillies don't want him to, of course.
You want the ball, correct?
And there's a focus right up on him right there, number 47.
Okay, put your backs over there. Put your backs over here.
It's interesting because not getting the big yards.
Salamanca, okay. Okay, don't shake hands. Good luck.
They're scoring 30.
Good luck, guys.
Hey,
let's go!
He actually, right? You mentioned Isaac Maddox earlier. He's a sophomore quarterback. He's mentioned. So big plays by the whole staff. I was telling us how Salamanca scored. So to start the game off here, it will be Salamanca kicking off to Fredonia. So keys for Fredonia. I mean, so far the offense has been the powerhouse in the Seaside. Leading passer, Micah Davis. Leading receiver, Jameson Quinn in Class 6 South. So they're doing it on the ground and in the air so far. And they haven't given up much points. The most points they've given up all season is 13. It was a late touchdown against Akron. But the starting defense is the game.
And I think big plays.
Yeah.
Salamanca, obviously, their quarterback's averaging 24 yards per completion. They've got to stay away from those big plays.
Yeah, kicking off for Salamanca here is that 22, it looks like, who's not on the roster. Short kickoff, let it drop. You got to run up and get that. Quinn picks it up now. Gets a block. It's got a little seam up the middle. Great return out to about the 44-yard line. Not the best start. He probably should have caught it in the air, but good blocking by the Fredonia special teams and a great start for this Fredonia offense.
Jameson Quinn on the return.
So the trenches, you talked about key. Trenches are huge, right? The line, defensive line, offensive line, if they can control this game, it's going to be huge, as in any football game at any level. There's no doubt about it. Fredonia is going to start out in their typical formation. Actually, now we're going twins.
Little pistol with trips. Yeah,
Trips left. Last week they did a motion and a pass to Quinn and then a run to Davis on the right. And now we're going right to, this pass is completed. Fry hits Whitfield. And Keegan Whitfield, we haven't mentioned his name yet, but he has a ton of catches so far this year as well for Fredonia. It's been a Quinn and Whitfield show. In fact, in 3 games, Whitfield has 20 catches in 3 games for 166 yards and a touchdown himself. Right back to line of scrimmage, game of 4, 2nd and 6. Davi White was in for Fredonia in that time, and Salamanca was ready for that ISO play. They put Davi White in to be a bigger back, to be a lead blocker, and nothing was there. Salamanca was ready for that Fry rush. Maybe a yard on the play. He's 3rd and 5 now. Trips right.
Looking over, making the call. I love the way they do this, by the way. Line up, take a look at the defense, call it in with the wristband. No running back and forth.
Pass here, Fry looks, finds no one, rolling to his right under a lot of pressure here. Heaves it. Receiver comes back, but a good defensive play there by, it looks like maybe 26. Could that be Salamanca?
29.
29. That's Jason McGraw, senior DB. Broke up that pass attempt, and it looks like they're going to bring on the punt team. So 3 and out for Fredonia, not the start they were looking for.
Now at midfield, I'm sure they're considering going, but let's get the ball going. I'll tell you, that was a nice play by. I got to find my intended receiver. Wrong. Because I'll tell you, that could have easily been an interception. Yeah. The offense became defense real quick.
Good snap to Rush, gets a high punt off.
Nice kick, gets the bounce.
Oh, good roll. It's going to pin him back inside the 10. It's going to be down there right around the 7-yard line of the Warriors. So special teams was successful, but 3 and out was not the offensive start Fredonia's looking for.
Well, and that first pass, it looked like they could just do what they wanted on the short game, and they did it. Then, all of a sudden you run the ball to try to balance it. Now you're a little bit behind the 8 ball. I thought Ethan panicked a little bit on the beginning of that 3rd down play.
Yeah.
I think if he'd have hung in that pocket a little, he had some receivers. But
look at your receivers, make it quick. Well, and in that 2nd down play, you bring in Davi White. Now, if they're scouting him, he comes in and they run the QB ISO, and I think they read that play. So Either way, let's see if the defense can hold and see what Stallman does against this defense here early. Oh, fumbled snap. The quarterback Maddox is able to get on it, so maybe a little sophomore nerves here, or loss on the play. So tough start for Salamanca. Now see if the Hillbilly defense can take advantage of that. Loss of about 3.
Loss of 3's got to get him back near the 5, right? Yes.
Yep.
Second and 12.
Ball back at the 5-yard line. That's easier for you.
Shotgun handoff to Stallman here. Not much room there. Good defensive play inside. Let's see it. I think that might be
Maybe
Matt
one.
Cash. Yeah, Matt Cash in on the tackle. Middle linebacker, senior captain there.
Gain of 1. Brings up 3rd and 11.
So now 3rd and long. Look for this D-line to
Oh, here we
tee
go. We got
off.
the replay.
Yep. Matt Cash peeling off a block, making that tackle. But the whole D-line didn't give him any running lanes. It allowed the linebacker to get free and make the tackle.
So big 3rd and 12, and you know, we just talked about 3 and out. If Salamanca goes 3 and out, now they're trying to punt the ball out of the end zone.
Absolutely. So, you know, this defensive line, you got Rush and Azra coming off the ends, and they've put a ton of pressure on the quarterbacks all year
Fry's
long.
tight as a safety, especially on a big play team like this.
Rolling
There it is.
right.
He's got great coverage.
Oh, good coverage there by Fry. And they rolled Maddox out of the box, and I think that's because they know the pressure that Azra and Rush has been bringing off the edges all year long. So great start by the defense, and a net of -2 yards for Salamanca on their first drive. So after all that offense we talked about from last year, so
Right.
far there's about a positive 3 yards between the first 2 drives between the two teams.
I'm just encouraged there's no penalties in the first 2 drives.
Back to return for the Hillbillies is 22, Micah Davis, and number 5, Jamison Quinn. Punting out of his own end zone is number 10, Jackson Ross.
Boy, there's a lot. They got to execute a snap, catch, punt, cover.
And Fredonia has blocked multiple punts already this year. Yep. Low punt here. It's going to go to Quinn. Field fair catch right around the 38-yard line. So of the Salamanca's 38-yard line. So great field possession here for Fredonia. Let's see if they can get a rhythm going with this offense and cash in now.
In Salamanca territory with 8:36 left in the first quarter. So early field position battle here, Kevin. Looks like
So the punt, we talked about going, whether they go for it, whether they don't. The punt certainly worked out in this case.
Yeah.
You know, getting them the exchange of punts got them a 13-yard gain.
So once again, they're lined up in a trips formation. Now it's trips right, Davis to Fry's left, and Jayhawk, the lone receiver down here, one-on-one coverage on the left. Hand off to Davis, got some room to the right side, and he's going to get us right
Big gain,
around 5 yards, 5-6 yards on first down, so that's exactly what you want out of a run play on first down.
Davis ran for 160 yards in Fredonia's opening game that we saw back in.
Gain of about 4 according to the box. So, you know, 3-4 yard rushes is the first down. So now you got options. You can throw or run here in 2nd and 6.
And we'll call it 6 yards to go. Ball at the 34 of Salamanca.
Pistol formation here.
Pistol set here. Snap to
Back to Davis. Not as much room, but he falls for is going to be
Right to
3rd
the
and
30.
short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another 3
1-yard line.
or 4, depending on.
So on the spot, yeah, it's right at the 30 now. It's going to be 3rd and about a long 2 here. You know, it's definitely 4 down territory as well. And that's not common. We have not seen too many back-to-back rushes this year, especially Davis like that. So that's a little change up here by Palmino trying to settle down a little bit. And now
Blitz is coming. Oh, boy.
He kept
Fry
it.
just beat it.
Yeah, and that's a big mistake there by Fry, and Davis is not happy. Fry pulled the ball. That's a read option. Got a little greedy there, not going to lie, and it cost his team big time.
Well,
now it's 4th and 4.
You know, and unfortunately, he's reading to the left. He's looking at the play as it comes at him. What he didn't see was that there was a blitz coming from the left side that just flushed that whole play out.
Yeah, and he's reading that right end, and he just tried to keep it there, and it was a bad read. So now let's see if they can overcome that mistake. Looks like pressure coming up the middle by Salamanca.
There's a lot of room to the left, though.
Yes, there is. Fry, look, again, got out of that pocket early, but he's got a receiver deep, and it is completed inside the 5-yard line to Keegan Whitfield. So, I mean, Fry is a wild card. You know, he's not as disciplined as Whitfield. The numbers are phenomenal, but he gave up in that pocket early. But look, now he rolls to the left and throws a good ball.
Throwing it against his body, lobbing it up there, but boy, he put it right on the numbers and big game.
Yeah, now it's 1st and goal. Yeah, if you're looking at it as a quarterback coach, like you're doing this all wrong. Good pass, 1st and goal. Pass gives it to Fry keeps it again, and is brought down. Yeah. And Davis, once again, is like, why are you pulling that? You know. So, I don't know. Maybe
gain of 2.
Gain of about 2, be 2nd and goal.
As we approach the halfway point of the first quarter at the Orange Bowl. From the 3, out of the shotgun, Davis flanked to Fry's left and back.
Davis, you got trips right? No, Twins. This time gives it to Davis, cuts it in.
Yes.
In for the touchdown. Micah Davis on the 2-yard run with 5:45 left in the first quarter, and Fredonia jumps on the scoreboard, and here's the replay. You couldn't see if he got in. A nice hard cut here.
Kind of picked his spot. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Found the hole, put his head down. Yep.
And fell into the end. So that's a good job by the line there, getting the push and giving Davis that running lane.
Good read.
Sal Tabone on to kick the extra point. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good, making the score Fredonia 7, Salamanca 0. 5:45 left in the first quarter.
So Fredonia takes advantage of the short field. Hey, both teams kind of feeling their way out in the first drive, but Fredonia gets quite a advantage in the and the swap, and then just a big play by Fry to Keegan Whitfield gets him to the 5, and then from there they just banged it in. So very nice. Now it's up to Salamanca to see if they can answer.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we criticized Fry a little bit, or I did anyway. I won't say you. He made a mistake on 3rd down, but he made a big play on 4th down to set up that touchdown. So, you know, he's not afraid. He's not afraid at all, and he's going to keep playing and making plays like he has really all year for Fredonia. He's raw. He hasn't played. He was behind Nick Whitfield the last couple of years.
That's it.
Calder Neer is on for the kickoff.
Stick his leg over that, not Krause.
We could put it out there, or I could trade with him.
No.
Hmm.
Are we doing this? Right. Can we put this on your legs?
And here's the fans getting behind Calder Neer, kicking off for Fredonia. And let's see what Steve Johnson, special team coach, has drawn up on this kickoff. And he's going deep, angled kick. Gets it caught around the 17. Good job by Jay Hawk there, staying home. Micah Davis helps him out after a decent return right around the 35-yard line.
But not a bad kick, not a bad return. Right. You know, I mean, and 35, here we go. Yeah. They could have kicked it out of bounds and it would have been the same.
And guys, watch Jay Hawk. He's got outside contain.
He did a nice job.
Stays home. He tries to cut outside. If he gets sucked in there, there's a lot of room the outside.
It's real tempting when he's standing there to put his head down and try to bury that guy, and that's when you go by him and he's going by you. So it was a real disciplined play.
Absolutely. And Jay Hawk didn't play his junior year. Played a little bit on JV, so he's a great athlete. We see him on the basketball court. He's made some big plays so far, so good for him staying disciplined. And Salamanca starts her second position, a lot better field position, than their first drive. Motion to the left. Max gives out
Gives
the
you the big
Stallman.
man.
Oh, to see they're going to probably be
It's got to be a
false start.
Got to be a false start, right?
And that is a false start against the Salamanca
Did
Warriors.
the man in motion go forward? I mean,
I don't know. I didn't see that.
boy, oh boy, because it just stopped.
That would be an illegal motion, though, a different signal if they did it right, but because he gave the false start.
Got it.
False start signal, but I didn't see who it was on. But rough start here for Salamanca behind the chains once again. And that one thing the Fredonia defense does is tee off on the quarterback in long down situations.
So we're back at 1st and 15 now. We got trips, actually twins left, twins right.
Motion once again to the left. And you're right, though. He is.
He is.
Yeah.
Yes, they're going to do it again. I mean, he absolutely does curl around and start forward.
Yeah, but, it's weird, though, because if he's doing that before the snap, it's okay if he sets somewhere or whatever. So I don't know if someone's moving inside, Greg, or what, but either way, it's back-to-back false starts by Salamanca here. Now it's 1st and 20 before they snap the ball and back to their own 25-yard line.
I'm looking across to see. I didn't bring my binoculars today because I'd love to see what the Salamanca coaches are.
Quarterback keeper by Maddox. A ton of room up the middle.
Gone. I don't think Fry can catch him.
Yeah. Fry is.
Come on, baby. Nope.
No. 75-yard touchdown run by Maddox right up the middle. Can we see a replay on that, Jackson?
Yeah, it's going to be here. And that was our strategy, was take 2 penalties, get them teeing off. And
it's a little too late, but there was a huge lane right up the middle. So there's a response by number 11 there. Isaac Maddox, the sophomore, with a big run, 75 yards for the touchdown. And now attempt the extra point to tie this game.
We talked about big plays, and Salamanca seems to come up with them, and there's a great example right there, except we thought it was going to come with the arm, not with the feet.
Yeah, Maddox only had 39 yards rushing all season. The kick is low line drive. I think it snuck in.
Did it? Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Crazy.
So now it's
it might even been
7-7.
tipped. That might have been tipped. In fact, I think the tip might have put it over the top.
Right.
I mean, it's that silly.
So that, you see a little shock on this Fredonia defense. They haven't given up too many plays like that all year, especially when you're 1st and 20 and give up a 75-yard run. That's some breakdown somewhere.
24-second drive.
Yeah, one play.
Yeah.
More penalties than plays from a touchdown drive. We don't see that very often. So let's see how Fredonia responds, though. We knew this was going to be a tough Class C South matchup. Salamanca, Fredonia won the division last year, as we all know, but Salamanca beat Southwestern and actually finished 2nd. Even in Southwestern, made the playoffs as the 3rd seed, the only 3rd seed in all of Class C to make the playoffs, and won a game against a 1-seed Depew. Salamanca lost their first playoff game, and which was a tough game. I actually thought they were going to win that game too. Class C South, in my opinion, is the strongest division of the 3 in Class C. Let's see, Quinn, Whitfield, and Davis back to return. Kicking off for Salamanca. Here we go. Short kickoff to Davis.
Got it in the air.
Fields at about the 29. He's got a running room up the middle. He's trying to get to the outside. Still on his feet. And his brother ran one back last year against Salamanca. Davis took it all the way into Salamanca's 46-yard line. Nice return.
Yeah, big return. Gets him, back to that good field position. But, yeah, he caught that on about the 29, as you said, and just nice little windy run. Bounced a few tackles, so big play on the special teams.
So the ball will be spotted on the Warriors' 46-yard line.
So Quinn put him in good field position the first time. They were unable to do anything with it. And now Micah Davis puts him in good field position.
There we go. Back in our shotgun formation. Motion to the left here. Handoff to Davis right up the middle. Nice run on first down. Another nice job by the offensive line. Davis just tripped up there before he broke through for a big run.
Solid 5. Again, that's another first, they've had, 5 yards, 5 yards, 2 yards, and 5 yards on their first down plays, but one of those was down at the 5-yard line. So a little bit tainted. But
Sure.
the 3 out in the open field have all been 5-yard gains to start the series.
And if you're an offensive coordinator,
Yeah.
you love second and 5, 4, 6 yards. It gives you a lot of options. Fry, quick pass here is completed. I believe that's going to be to Jamison Quinn, but nice tackle immediately. I didn't catch a Warriors number, but Fredonia loves these quick passes to the slot receivers. Both Quinn and Whitfield all year long have caught a lot of passes short like that.
And I think it's there. I mean, it looked like in the first series, and then again, that quick pass is there. I think that teams have concern about the ability of Fredonia to throw the ball, so they.
Third and short, handoff to Davis. He is upended by Stallman, but he's going to have the first down. Yep. Nice tackle there by Stallman, who had 15 tackles in the first game against Randolph. But he went low on Davis, and Davis went over the top. A nice little spin move and got the first down.
Yeah, it was a solid tackle, but just a yard after the first down marker, so it looked like it could have been.
Fredonia right back to the line of scrimmage, moving quickly here. Another quick pass to Quinn on first down. I believe that is completed. No, incomplete. Couldn't see if it was knocked away or.
Here it is right here in the replay.
Tight coverage. Quick strike. Looks like a little hitch pass. Let's see. Yeah. They're doing it to the short side of the field. Yeah,
just
Quinn
dropped
just
it.
Lost that one. He got hit right away, but yeah, it was catchable.
Because that cornerback is backing up on the snap, so they've got room to throw that 5-yard little hook. There it is.
This time a little pass out to Quinn on this side, tackled by Stallman. It's gonna bring up third down. Gain of about 7 on the play.
Third down for the Hillbillies. A little screen pass to Quinn, and he uses speed to get some yards after the catch.
Yeah, and using that wide side of the field, there's a lot of speed between these receivers and running back out there. So even Jay Hawk showed off his speed, the tallest receiver of the bunch last week. Fry throws again to Quinn, and he's gonna. Let's see the spot here, Craig. It's going to be close. He's got, okay.
You can see the,
He's past the 25. You're right. Another first down for Fredonia.
With the catch. That's another first down. Hillbillies.
5-yard line, so a gain of 3 there. That's what Quinn needed.
Another nice little play from Fredonia.
Taking what they're given right now, I mean, I do see, Salamanca's got a safety that's deep. They've got their cornerbacks are playing way off, and they're taking the first step back. So I think he can do that short passing game all day.
Handoff to Davis. Not a lot of room there. Gain of about 2, it looks like.
A little more than we expected there. Down to about the 22-yard line, a gain of 3 on the play.
Tim Fields coming in the game. The junior had a big touchdown catch, giving Quinn a break last week, caught a quick slant, and took it in the end zone for a touchdown, his first varsity catch. So it's a good way to start for Tim Fields. On the play here in 2nd and 8.
Everything has been short so far.
Handoff to Davis again, right up the middle, a lot of room. Cuts to the left. Oh, is he going to be it? No, calling him down just short of the end zone.
Got to be in the 1, yeah. Holy crow, what a line.
First and goal.
Nice cut on
here
the,
it is
the back,
on the replay.
You could drive a truck through that line. Or that hole.
Oh, we're going to bring it back the gate. Here's the run. Oh, that's too bad. And it was, I don't know who the holding penalty was on, but there's the first penalty of the game. Hopefully it doesn't start a trend.
Well, and what a, untimely, on the big play.
Yeah, and it must have been downfield a little bit, Greg, because it's a spot foul, and it's only really like a 7-yard penalty. So that was downfield even. So a lot of times you see that, I was like, what'd you do that for?
Yeah, 26, 20, what are they on now?
Yeah, right around the
29.
27, according to the scoreboard. Fry's taking snaps, and Davis taking a break here. Davi White in for him. Fry scrambling around, throwing it deep, kind of throwing it away here. Yeah. Good coverage downfield on Brandon Ronsky was the intended receiver down there. And Davis is coming right back in. And 3rd and long. I mean, this could be, you know, we've seen Sal Tabone make 40-yarders in practice and so on. So if he got to the 23-ish, that would be like probably the maximum for him to attempt a field goal.
It's also about the max where you would kick it, because if you're going to get beyond the 20, you're going to go for it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not punting here, I don't think. So you're probably, if you get no yardage whatsoever, you're still going to probably go for it. Empty backfield here, trips to the left, twins to the right. But look to get half of these yards, Greg, and then you have a shot on 4th down. You don't have to get all 14 right now. Fry draws back.
Looking for
He's
it,
got
though.
pass. He does. He's got a
Got him
receiver open, and it's caught in the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow.
Nice throw, nice catch. Jamison Quinn on the touchdown for Fredonia. So they overcome
here we go. Watch it. He was wide open.
And he came all the way from the back side. No, from this side, the slot receiver, and that's a nice throw and a good job getting down, his feet down in the back of that end zone. So great play there, and a good job by Fry. We saw him be happy feet and jumping out of the pocket early in earlier pass plays, Greg, but that time he stayed in the pocket. Great job by the line and great execution. Sal Tabone on now to attempt the extra point to make the lead 14-7 if he can make it. Kick is up, and it is good with ease to make the score 14-7 with 1:24 remaining. Still in the first quarter here.
Yeah, we've already had, this will be the 6th possession in the first quarter. I mean, there's games where you'll see maybe 3 possessions in a quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've had, is that 1 or 2 penalties? Well, Salamanca has 2 false starts, so
yes.
3 penalties here early in the first quarter. A couple false starts and a holding downfield. That's an effort penalty. You know, you don't get as upset about those as the mental false starts and the personal fouls and things like that.
But we've also, 2 really big plays back to back. I mean, the 75-yard touchdown run followed by, a 28-yard a play that seemed longer than it was because that ball was in the air so long. I mean, he rolled right through left,
It was a touch pass. It was high. It was, it was like the chip shot, like in golf, the touch.
And put it right on the numbers.
Calder Neer is on to kick off. Back to return looks like number 8, Arian Newark of Salamanca. And I believe that was number 10, Jackson Ross, 2 juniors. And let's see what, Fredonia doesn't usually kick it off in the air to the return men too often, and they did in the first kickoff, so let's see what they do here. Short little kick here, and they didn't want to give a chance to see if they just take it where it went out, because I think it went out before the 35. It looks like they're sending their offense on, so they're just going to accept it there. No chance for a return. Let's see where they spot it. It looks like it's going to be, right around maybe the 38.
Well, it's got to be on the, they can't. No, I'm confused. Why the 38?
Because that's where it went out of bounds. If it goes out of bounds on the other side, I got screwed up with this last week, to be honest with you. On the other side, it comes back to the 35, or you can, obviously you're not going to take it at 35 when you can get it at the 38.
Right, I was assuming that if it went out of bounds, it was a 35 or automatic, but that makes sense.
It went out before the 38.
So we got under center, sole running back. They're going to hand him the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Oh,
yeah. And they do. Stallman up the middle, and he's got some room to the outside. Glavey makes the tackle. And we watched those little counter plays that they run in warm-ups too, Greg, and that was right there. Motion was to the left, and they ran back to the right. Gain of 7 on first down for Stallman out to the 45-yard line.
It's funny. Sam Ezra missed that tackle, but he hung on there long enough. First, he made him. He tried to get him high, and he missed him, and then he got his legs a little bit. I think made a difference in slowing them down from gaining that momentum. So
Yeah.
that little bit of extra effort really did make a difference.
And Peyton Glavey, who's greatly undersized, made a nice open field tackle on Stallman there. Second and short, pitch to Stallman to the outside. He cuts it up. He's going to have a first down and more. Dives all the way out into Fredonia territory. The big fella, once he turns that corner, you can see it here. He gets that steam up. That's a tough tackle. It's going to be to the 41 of Fredonia, and here he is. He turns that corner and gains speed.
Boy, he didn't get hit until the 45-yard line. I mean, that was a...
Brandon Rotsky's checking in on defense. It looks like at safety. Hopefully Ethan Fry is okay. Fry, the quarterback of Fredonia. It looks like he's just shook a little bit, but he's walking around on the sidelines. Because that would be a big injury for the Hillbillies to lose Fry. Maddox keeps this one, cuts it up the middle, and there's a flag coming in. Usually in the holding, and it's a holding penalty against the Warriors. So he made it back to about the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be a hold and a replay it down here. They're going to push him back for sure, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the score: Fredonia Hillbillies 14, Salamanca 7.
So, if nothing else, exciting quarter of football. But back and forth, 6 possessions. We've got some long run. We've got a long pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both teams are throwing the ball around a little bit. So, exciting football.
Yeah, both defenses came out hot, 2 stops, and ever since then, looking a little shaky. Fredonia back-to-back scores on the drive, and Salamanca's looking to do the same here, driving on their 3rd possession. So maybe it will end up a little bit like last year, where the offenses come out on fire and put up a lot of points early.
Where did we end up with it? Let's see. So that penalty ended up, they were on the 41, they're now on the 48, but on the other side, that, oh no, they're on the, okay, so the 48, it ended up being a 7-yard penalty, so it was probably 3 yards downfield, as always on those spot holdings. So we got 1st and 17. Throws the quick bubble screen. Wow, very good defensive play. Peyton Glavey. Yeah, Glavey, big play out there. One-on-one. He misses that play, and there's nobody between him and the end zone. So that was a great play. Cost him
Good job by Glavey
no gain.
and the rest
Yeah.
of the Fredonia defense, for that matter, for closing in on that gap. And they really gave him no running lanes there. So really nice close on it out there.
And we got a timeout. Salamanca didn't like what they saw when they came into the line. So with 2nd, and we're still at 2nd and 17, they have taken their first timeout. At the pace Fredonia scores, they can't afford to give up too many possessions. Fredonia's going to score, 4 or 5 times, as they have in every game. And so Salamanca's almost, I guess, got to keep pace in a way. So this is a big play. Tough call, 2nd and 17. They throw the big ball, but they don't throw it a lot. So we're going to see what happens here.
Salamanca has it 2nd down and 20 at their own 29-yard line as the Warriors look for an answer, falling behind 14-7. And one big play so far from their offense. That was the 70.
So we're in the pistol. We got Twins on both sides of the field. Motion this way. Oh, I thought he left early. Kind of a strange call coming out of a timeout. We're just going to belly it up the middle with our bruiser, but gained 3, 4, 3. So we got 3rd and 17. You start thinking about, teeing off as a pass rush or having your secondary make a play. And here he goes. He's rolling. Oh, they're on him. He's in trouble. Oh, the ball's loose. Great job. That was a strip. Yep. It's a strip sack recovery. That's like a trifecta for Owen Rush. Owen Rush tracked him down. There it is right there. Tracked him down, stripped him. And then, oh, no. We got the strip by, let's see, who had the strip? I think Rush had the strip. I don't know who came up with it. I didn't get the number. The dark numbers on the dark jersey is a little bit tough. But sack, fumble, and all of a sudden what was coming out of a timeout, we had a run up the middle for very little and then a strip sack. So Fredonia took advantage, and now they've got their own, good field position at the 43.
Run right up the middle to Micah Davis,
Boy,
still on his feet.
A lot of room.
Big hole by the line there, absolutely.
Big carry. That's another Fredonia Hillbillies. First down.
Yeah, both run defenses are, a little bit spotty right now.
Going to empty backfield, trips right, Twins left.
That hole and exploit that
On first down here now. Fry takes a snap, looks to his right, throws to a wide open receiver, Keegan Whitfield. Ooh, takes a big hit there by Stallman. But another Hillbilly first down.
And that, I just can't even imagine how much room, how much cushion the Salamanca secondary has given the Fredonia receivers. I mean, it's a lot of respect. But right there, he caught the ball 5-6 yards down the field and hadn't even
Yeah, and honestly,
he didn't even get covered. Yeah.
we haven't seen that defensively by their teams this year. We've got another handoff to Davis up the middle, stopped right around the 6-yard line. Line is just dominating now. Big holes, play after play. Gain of about 8 according to the chains. Hand off to Davis again. He's going to be stopped short. It's going to be probably a first down, though.
Let's see. They got to, yeah, it's got to be a first down.
I would think so. Let's see. It is first and goal now. Ball spotted. It looks
2?
like about the 3.
Yeah, I give it the 3.
Micah Davis is getting closer and closer to scoring a touchdown. He's had a lot of nice runs tonight. He almost scored on the last possession. He got called back due to that holding penalty. So he's one of these guys. He's going to find his way in the end zone sooner rather than later.
Oh, he's hit in the backfield this time. Stallman came on the blitz untouched and hits Davis as soon as he takes a handoff. Big loss on the play there.
Yeah, lost
Someone missed
4,
the block.
3.
I didn't see it, but he was met in the backfield right as soon as he.
Second down, right back to line of scrimmage are this Hillbilly offense. So no break for the Salamanca defense. Good job by the players and the coach. Tries to draw an offside penalty. Now they're going to take a look and get the sign. Or the sign. A little baseball in me there. Get the play. Twins both sides. And now we have... That seemed like a real quick delay of game penalty to me there. Holy cow.
Because they got up there quick.
Yeah, they did. Let's see.
They're saying that they love you. The student section.
Student section giving us a little love. All right, you gotta like that. But that's a big mistake there. You had first and goal from the the 3. And now you have 2nd and goal between the loss of yards on the run and the delayed game penalty from about the 12, maybe the 13-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 12. Fry drops back to pass, has some time, steps up, got some room to run. He's going to throw it now. Wide open receiver.
Oh,
Vronsky.
Did his foot get it?
No, they called him out of bounds. Yeah, let's see.
He had him so open.
You know, yeah.
Now, forward momentum as he's running. You know,
All right, I wanted to make sure Fry didn't cross that line of scrimmage,
he's way up.
Yeah, he might have been.
Close.
Oh, his one. I think his left foot was in there.
I'd like to see which one came down first because I think his left foot was down. The only thing I could see is perhaps.
And honestly, it was borderline over the line of scrimmage there, too. So maybe it just evened out there. But I think he got a foot in based on that replay. Real tough for these officials where they can't even go to replay like at the next levels. Fry's rolling to his right. He's got pressure right in his face. He gets loose from one. Gets loose for another. He's got Davis wide open to the left.
Look at him. Oh.
He couldn't get rid of it, though, and now he throws it late, and it's almost intercepted. Fry looked like Kyler Murray in slow-mo out there, running around.
That was, right here. He's got, I mean, this is part of, he's got to throw it right there. You know, he got out of this first problem, or there.
Yeah, and
boy, he had him so open, too.
He did, but I see why he didn't throw it because the defenders finally reacted. Davis probably should have come back to the throw it towards that front pylon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, field goal attempt here. Sal Tabone. And what a weapon this is to be able to do it. And it's a good call. Last week they didn't do this on 4th and long inside the red zone, and they kind of kicked themselves. You could hear the coaches on the sideline. We should have kicked a field goal there. So let's see if it pays off here. Snap is down. Kick is up, and it is
snuck in.
Good.
Right? Yes.
He didn't get all of it, but he got just enough for a field goal for Sal Tabone, which this is not official stats. That may be his first field goal. That makes the score 17-7. Now you're up 2 scores, so that's a really big field goal for Fredonia. You know, they don't score in that opportunity at the turnover. Momentum's going to go back to Salamanca, but they were at least able to get the field goal to go up 2 scores. Even with 2-point conversion, it's only 15 for Salamanca, so that's really big kick by the senior Sal Tabone, who's having one heck of a soccer season, too. So we've seen a little bit of everything so far, Greg. You got some actually stat sheets with lines on them this year.
I'm working it, baby. Oh my God! It doesn't mean I'm going to know what I'm doing, but I still got to.
I mean, usually you got some blank scrap paper that you have a grocery list on one side and the stats on the other. This year you got lines and everything.
Trying. I was like, hey, there's got to be better. There's got to be a better way. I still haven't figured it out. I'm sure there's an app that I should be using on my phone, but.
I do it on the app, but it's hard. And if you get behind
once
one
you make
play,
a mistake, right? At least if I'm behind a play because I was looking, I can figure it out because
later
we went from one play to one play. You know,
if you miss one play, you're not missing 6 trying to catch up with the app. So here we go. Fredonia up 17-7, 8:01 remaining in the half. Calder near kicking off. First play, they tried to kick it deep. Second time, they kicked it out of bounds at the 37. Let's see what they do here. And the fans once again chanting Calder's name, and here he goes for the kickoff. Kicks it deep here, but he doesn't get it over the head. It's caught about the 16-yard line. Ooh, big hit there by Matt Cash, bringing it down about the 33-yard line. Tackle, that was number 19 of Salamanca on the return. That is, give me 1 second, Joshua Aumann. So he caught it about the 16, brought it out to the 33, so 26-10 was at about 17 yards or so on the return. Be first down and 10 from their own 33. And this will be a huge stop for the Hillbillies. They get them to go 3 and out here and get the ball back.
Particularly on this side of the field.
Yeah.
You know, that was a decent enough kickoff, good coverage. We've got a 33 is a decent start, but it's not really great field position.
So they go right back to the
right
running
in.
back, Stallman. Not a lot of room there. Good job by the front defensive line of the Hillbillies. I couldn't even tell you who made that tackle. That was a group effort and really did a nice job slowing Stallman down there. Gain of maybe 2. Yeah, gain of 2, second 8.
Stallman's had no real success up the middle. He's had some success when they pitch him the ball and let him get a head of steam going.
Yeah,
But
Maddox
boy-
is the only one that had success in the 75-yard run right out the middle. Kind of fooled the Fredonia defense there, but they're crowding that line to stop Stallman. Maddox rolls out. He's under heavy pressure here, and he is brought down by the junior, Sam Ezra.
He was ready for that. He saw that all the way and forced his hand. Yep.
Yeah, and honestly, I can't believe they gave him the 20 or 31 on that. I thought he was more at the 30, but now it's a loss of 4 on the play, so now it's 3rd and about 12. And that was a great angle, great discipline by Ezra. And Maddox turned to roll into him and said, uh-oh, nothing to do there. Ezra is a sophomore, made first-team defensive end for the League C South last year, and he's carrying it right on in this season, having a real good year. Maddox keeps it here. Ezra gets him again. Gets a little help from Glavey, but Ezra back-to-back plays on Maddox.
And that was a man-sized play because he just grabbed him. In fact, he was lucky.
Yeah.
They're lucky he didn't get the ball. He just grabbed him with one arm here and said, whoa, you're not going anywhere.
So that
Bear
takes
hugs him to the ground.
Quinn and Davis back to return the punt, standing right around their own 40-yard line. Punting for Salamanca, I believe that's number 10, Jackson Ross. Good defensive stand by the Hillbillies.
Boy, he's only 10 yards back on this snap. If they were going to block,
it
he's
looks like
faking
a fake.
Yep.
And he's got the room.
Oh, he's got lots.
He's going to get first down here. That's a good call on your part there, Greg.
I mean, I'm looking, I'm saying, wait a second. He's usually 13, 14 yards back. He's only 10. I mean, I'm a little shocked they didn't see it, but yeah.
No discipline here. There's no containment whatsoever. He takes off. The end takes off, blocking down, thinking he's going to block the guy in the return. Never even considered a fake there. It's a gutsy call by the Warriors, but it definitely paid off. I mean, they had to go a long ways, too. It wasn't like they only needed 5-6 yards.
Right.
Deep in their own end, but he was coach of the Warriors, was right on that play. And that is Chad Bartoszek. That's saying a little bit about his respect for the Fredonia offense, knowing he has to score points, too.
We were just talking about how you got to keep up.
There's a direct snap to Stallman. We got a flag here. Let's see what it was. Cash brings Stallman down.
Got to be a hold out there.
Or a face mask, one or the other. Let's see. Yep, it is a hold.
Now, it shouldn't be. I mean, if it was where I thought it was, it'll be about a 3-yard penalty, right?
Yeah, we'll see. He threw it from way downfield.
Oh, he got interior. Nope, it's somebody else. I thought it was that wide out.
Okay, so that's a big break for the Hillbilly defense. Gives them a chance to settle down after that big special team play of the Warriors. Ball back all the way to the 46-yard line of the Warriors, so that'll make first and, let's see. We're talking probably about 17, 18 yards because it's from the spot. It was a little bit downfield. Stallman's taking the direct snap here. He drops it, but he's able to jump on it real quick, but that's another loss of yardage and down here. So now it's going to be 3rd and over 20. 3rd and about 22, 21-22 here.
Well, we got to get to the
37?
Yeah, 30.
I do have a quick announcement. Whoever is parked behind the Mary's Deli, you do need to move your car. Whoever is parked behind the Mary's Deli, you need to
So sorry, it's going to be 2nd down. It was, replay of 1st down and the holding penalty. So it still is 2nd down. My mistake. Looks like, are they bringing?
They got a mile to go.
Yeah,
22,
they do. Stallman now motioning out of the backfield. He actually is going towards all sorts of pressure. It's a screen play, a lot of room. He's going to get he's real close to the first down. Great call again by Coach Bartosek, knowing the Hillbillies defense is going to be coming on 2nd and long, and they fell right in the trap of that screen play. Well executed there.
That is just enough. On a 2nd and 21, Tayoni Galanti got 21 yards.
So 87. What was his name? What was our receiver's name?
I believe it was 87.
It was 87.
Which would be Tayoni Galante, junior tight end, on a tight end screen. Another flag here, false start. So I think was that the 4th penalty against Salamanca so far in the first half, and a bunch of them have been false starts.
The two didn't hurt him. Obviously, it led to the 75-yard touchdown, but the penalties have taken them out of, their rhythm.
Although the holding led to the 22-yard or 21-yard screen pass, so so far they're overcoming a lot of them, like you said, but that's not a recipe for success.
It's like when the Bills lose, they run on first down and lose a yard, I get happy because now they have to throw it. If they get 4 yards, then maybe they're going to run it again.
Maddox is going to keep it here, but nowhere to go. Azrot was waiting for him again. And again, that was a real late whistle. I don't understand these officials. The players are all piled up. We saw it over and over in Tonawanda last week. And players are just getting creamed for no reason.
That's how, next thing you know, we got personal fouls.
Yeah, that play was obviously dead. Blow the whistle, protect the players. I just don't understand. Excuse me. So second, it was a loss of 1 on the play, so it's about maybe no gain. It's borderline here. 2nd and 15, 2nd and 16 after the false start on first down, or pre-snap first down. Motion to the left. They fake it to the motion. Oh, he's got a wide open receiver on the backside. That's 28. Peyton Glavey does make the tackle, but it's going to be 1st and goal at the 10, or inside the 10. That was Avery Brown, the sophomore running back, snuck out in a breakdown on Fredonia defense there. Number 28.
Just a really nice call, too. I mean, he was open.
Little undisciplined is Fredonia defense. They're getting, especially when they get in, long yardage situations, they're not staying disciplined, and Salamanca's making them pay for it so far. And that's not going to make Coach Sherlock, Greg, or Jordan happy. It takes great pride in their defense. So now 1st and goal from the 3. Stallman gets it, and he's
still on his feet.
In the end zone for the touchdown. That'll make the score 17-13, 2:25 remaining in the half, with the extra point attempt to follow. And I think they'll kick it here, kick the extra point. The 2-point conversion doesn't do them much good, but let's see what the call is. And it looks like they are going to attempt the extra point.
But just like we were saying,
22 of Salamanca. I don't have a 22. Snap is down. The kick is low again, but it sneaks through. 2 of the lowest made extra points I've ever seen, but it doesn't matter. It's 2 points in the scorebook.
So now they're coming back with, Fredonia's got 2:25. They certainly have a 2-minute offense. They run it every time they have the ball. So
absolutely,
it's not unheard of to think that they, hey, we still got time to get down and score.
And Salamanca will get the ball to start to the second half. So, I mean, this is a huge 2:25 for both sides. Salamanca wants nothing more than to stop Fredonia and at least, go in 17-14 or get a turnover and score. And Fredonia knows that Salamanca is getting the ball, so they love to go down the field and get some points here because they know they got to kick off second half. But, hey, Greg, let's give a lot of credit to Coach Bartosek on that possession. The gutsy special teams fake punt call and some real nice play calling on long down situations, hurting the defensive aggressiveness of the Fredonia defense.
Correct. I mean, he sees Fredonia they're just licking their chops. They're coming out of their shoes. They play so hard. And so how are you going to counter that? He throws a screen. He does a little misdirection. I think that halftime of halftime for Fredonia is going to be stay disciplined.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. Somebody came flying to the ball way too fast.
Yeah, they're getting a little ahead of themselves, not doing their job. Kickoff here to Davis again. He drops it, scoops it up at about the 30.
Got some room if he
He's
cuts
got
back.
some room on the outside here, but he is cut off just across the 35, maybe the 37-yard line. With 2:15 remaining, Fredonia has all 3 of their timeouts. Salamanca has 2 left. So there's plenty of time here for Fredonia, but the last thing you want to do is turn it over here as well.
Yeah, I mean, Fredonia usually is not afraid of the turnover. They're gonna make the play, and we know that Ethan Fry isn't afraid of the turnover.
Right.
He's gonna make the play. So trips left.
Yep, and the
Boy,
safety is deep. Yeah.
There's 10 yards between the slot receiver and the corner, and there's no one on the inside slot receiver.
No, there's not.
I mean, I'm a little.
Okay, now,
somebody's got to figure it out, right?
yeah.
Just snap it and throw it to him.
Right.
87's not covering him. He's coming.
No, he dropped
he
back
did,
in
yeah.
coverage. Short pass.
But they took what they
spun
gave.
away.
And he's got
Whitfield, he's got room. He's going to get out of bounds. So what a catch and run there by Keegan Whitfield. Broke a tackle early, got yardage, and did the smart thing getting out of bounds. Davis coming off here. Davy White going in.
So does that mean they're going to run the ISO?
Or just better blocking for pass coverage here.
18. 18-yard gain, and now we're going to come back.
Yeah,
But
and
they
that's
did
exactly
it by taking what
it is.
they got.
Fry steps up,
He's got
still
lots of
looking
room to
downfield.
run.
Ooh, cuts it in. Needs to tuck that ball. Oh, big block there by Brandon Ronski. Then that's going to be a flag. You can't do you can't do blocks like that in modern day football. You just can't. It's that, it's to protect players. So it's going to be from the spot, but you watch here, he leads with his shoulder and not his hand, so that's borderline, but.
And it always, if it's an angle,
Late,
it's an angle and it comes in, I mean, is he supposed to let that guy tackle his quarterback?
Yeah, he has to get in his way, but he can't. You're not allowed to tee off on a guy that's not expecting it, a receiver or a defender anymore. That's a safety thing, but it's frustrating as a coach and a player because he's just playing football there. But it's going to be from the spot, I believe, although they're going all the way back.
I also wonder if
Let's see where they spot that.
there was a little bit of, so Ronski makes this wonderful block, knocks his socks off, and then kind of gives him a little, there was a little bit of a taunt in there. And then the late flag comes in.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if he doesn't just run, just kind of duck under, but.
No, it was from the spot. So it's actually first down and 8, which is always odd to see, right? So it's not the end of the world. But now the clock's down to 1:54. All 3 timeouts are still available. Do you try to sneak in a run play? And they do. Davis has got room up the middle. He's still on his feet.
Timeout.
He's going to be tackled at the 30, and I think he'll get a timeout here.
They're going to call the late hit.
Yeah. And there's a late flag here.
Now, I don't know.
And let's see if we can see the replay.
Yeah. He comes in. But, again, they've been blowing the whistle late.
Yeah,
he did lead with his head, too. But
But that's what happens with the late whistles. They think they can do that.
Correct.
And then the pushing, and then the shoving, and other nonsense. Blow the whistle and the guy's going to be down. It's real simple. There are 17, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. Protect them.
Right.
So now Fredonia, again, 3 timeouts left, 1:43. I don't know if they have to call timeout or if they'll start it on the snap after defensive penalty. Greg, are you aware here how the clock will work? I'm not sure.
Defensive penalty. They got to set the chains. I mean.
You would think, they're starting it right now.
Yep. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, why aren't they right? Yeah.
Or get up there and
go.
Just
get up there line of scrimmage.
Now,
but they have plenty of time with 3 timeouts.
Right.
So a rare huddle.
So we're on the.
Davy White's back in the game in the running back, so you're going to expect a pass here. And it is a quick pass to Jamison Quinn, and he's hit hard going to the ground by Stallman.
Gain of 10.
Still no timeout, but there's over a minute with 3. They're at, you know,
Almost
I
don't want to
agree.
call it.
You're right. You want to, you know, it's at the
Oh, they're
6
calling
now.
second?
You know, 2nd and 1, so gain of about 9.
Well, it's a long 9, too. I mean, that's a short one. I thought he had
Yeah.
the first, so.
No, so now let's see. Officials, Salamanca's calling timeout. They're trying to sub in here and there. So now what's Fredonia do? Are they, you know, bring back in Davis to threaten the run, or are they going to keep Davy White out there to be the blocker? Not that he can't run it. He's a big boy.
Spreading it out, you're at the 6. I mean, I like to see. I'd like to see. Well, let's see. We're on the short side. Because
You can do whatever you want here with timeouts and field position.
I'm just thinking you could roll out with a pass run option for Fry. You know, it's tough rolling left and making that decision.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier if that ball was on the other side of the field.
Very good point.
Because, you know, Fry can run the ball. So that would be, you know, that double threat.
So White stays in the game. You know, you could do QB ISO here. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst case scenario to get a 1st and goal scenario to keep the clock running, too, to leave no time on the clock. But ultimately, you want to score. Like, don't get too cute.
Correct. And Salamanca doesn't have the kind of explosiveness. Again, the 75-yard run, but that was to take it down the field in a minute.
Look who Fredonia put in their backfield. Davion White, who's a power forward for the basketball.
It's going to be, falls incomplete. Yep. Tough catch, pass. And, you know, Brandon Ronsky does a little shove there late. He didn't get called, but you got to be. That's so selfish at this point to even try that because you get a penalty there. Now it's third and
now you got to get the first
16.
down.
Yeah.
You got your timeouts. I power the ball up the middle.
QB
do something.
ISO here.
Yeah. Get the first down.
And we're going to get a timeout Salamanca once again. So that's their last timeout.
With the clock stopped as well. Like, because of the incompletion, they didn't need to stop that
I
clock.
think they're more worried about the defensive call than the clock at this point, obviously.
Although,
you know.
What's different, it was 2nd and 6. They threw an incomplete pass.
2nd and 1, and they threw an incomplete pass.
I'm sorry, 2nd one at the 6, yes. So now it's third, you know. You got to have a pretty sophisticated defense to do something different than you just did.
Right. No, I get it. It's a little surprised they used your last timeout.
Yeah, if they wanted to keep that timeout, you know, let's say Fredonia gets stopped right now.
Yeah.
And they can, you know, they may run out the field goal kicker, run out the time, and kick it.
Yeah.
If they had their timeout, they run the ball and get stopped. You call timeout. Now you get the ball back with, 54 left.
Yeah, they're obviously conceding any chance of trying to go down the field and score.
I think so.
They're more worried about. But you're right. 2nd one, 3rd and 1. You think you have the same defense out there, right? I mean,
yes.
Let's see. So Davis is coming back on the field. Davy White coming out on 3rd and 1. So that you would think.
With those timeouts, you got to get the first.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're that close to the first down marker and the end zone for that matter.
You know, in the old school football, people are like, why don't they go under center and run a QB sneak?
Well.
And that's not what they do, though. It's just.
I mean, it's not in their DNA, but you're right. You'd think they'd have that.
Trying to get them to jump off sides here. So now they're going to make the play call. Salamanca was aware. You know, that's not atypical for Fredonia. Now Fredonia is going to call timeout, and why not? Nothing wrong with that. You got 3. So now they'll still have 2. Trying to get a cheap one.
Yeah, there must have been a some kind of communication.
That was designed, I think. That was the plan. It had to be.
So that's their first timeout, so they still have 2.
Yep. As we can see, great job here by our Jackson Hickey on the board, keeping track of our timeouts for us.
Look at that. Nice job. Yeah, the sophistication. These guys, Jackson and his team does an incredible job. They got great equipment, thanks to the village and Chip. And
Chip's 0 for 2 to be at these games, so I'm not gonna say congrats or thanks to Chip at all right now. I'm just kidding.
We're looking at slow motion and replay,
and we have more technology coming this year too. Next week. All right, so we're gonna have some technology surprises. We're not gonna spoil it, but hopefully it only improves the show that we put on here, which nothing to do with me, but it's one of the best broadcasts in Western New York. Fry takes a snap, hands it off to Davis, and he is going to be stopped,
See,
I
he
believe.
did not get it.
That's a great job by 67 coming off the edge there, throwing Davis back.
See, now they would love to have that timeout right now.
Jackson Tarr.
So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
They're going to call for a measurement here maybe. Or
it's just a free timeout if he's calling for that. I mean, if they can get it. But yes.
Let's see. Are they calling for the measurement? It looks like they are. Yes, they are.
If they, this is where if you had that ability to go under center, give a different look, it may affect your play call. Because frankly, I love going for it right here.
Yeah, when you need inches, but it's. Let's see. Hold on, though.
So it looks like it's going to be really, really close.
Just short. 4th and inches now. So, yeah, QB sneak and 4th and inches is tough to stop. But they don't go to under center very often. They haven't all year, and the offense is coming back out on the field. So they are going for it here with 35 seconds left, 2 timeouts remaining, 17-14.
If this same situation was 10 yards back at the 15, I'd say kick the field goal.
5 or 6 yards, they're probably kicking the field goal.
Although those inches, getting a first down is going to, with 2 timeouts, get 4 more downs.
A slant would be wide open to Whitfield here. Look at that. They're selling out to stop this run. Do you call that in this situation? And you do. It's stopped. Great play there. Give the defender a lot of credit. He had one-on-one coverage. That's 44, it looks like, a Salamanca. That was a good throw, but Corey Halloran,
that was good. Here we go.
Sophomore.
I mean, you called it. It was there. He put it right on the number, and the sophomore just made a really nice play.
Yeah. No, you just got to tip your hat sometimes on those plays. But again, those 4th and inches are 2 short yardage situations, and you can't get a yard. That may come back to hurt Fredonia. Again, they're kicking off to start the second half.
Yep.
And what's Salamanca going to do here? They could take a knee, and they're going to, and that'll mark the end of the half.
They don't have any timeouts left.
Yeah. So that's a huge stand by the Salamanca Warriors to end the half. Fredonia has the lead, 17-14. But it could have been a lot worse for Salamanca. It could have been as much as 24-14 if they could have executed in that final drive. And it looked, they were marching down the field there, doing everything right, and they just couldn't cash it in when they needed to in those short yardage situations.
Yeah, that's a huge stop. So and by the way, I was the one that was why are they calling a timeout? Why are they calling? Obviously, I guess I better stop questioning their coach. I mean, he's dialed up the right calls on offense. He certainly made the right calls on defense right there. I mean, and it helps when your players make big plays.
That was a huge play.
I think that the Fredonia offense called the right play too. You saw it, we saw it. He threw it right on the numbers. Just a
good
great
throw,
play.
good route, just a little bit better defensive play.
Yep.
So with that, Greg, let's take a little halftime break here. We'll come back for a halftime show. We'll go through some of your stats and keys to the second half.
Perfect.
All right. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. All right, folks, here we are. Shannon Davis and Greg Krause here for a halftime show. So, Greg, you wore out a half a pencil here figuring out some stats. So, what do we got so far?
Well, we got Ethan Fry coming in 8 for 15 for 188 yards through the air. He's got 1 TD. That TD came to, who do I got? Catch up. There we go, to Jamison Quinn, right? That nice bomb into the end, that catch into the end zone. Quinn had 3 catches for 38 yards, and Keegan Whitfield had 5 catches for 70. There's my 8 for 108. On the other side, Davis was the only one. Micah Davis was the only one that ran the ball, and he had 11 carries for 43 yards, except for Fry, who had 2 carries for 1 yard total. So not as explosive of numbers as we see from Fredonia, but certainly steady, solid numbers and a good first half. On the other side, and I had to double check this. I'm still wondering if I missed something, but I have 2 for 3, including 2 for 2 in the second half for sophomore quarterback
Maddox.
Yep, and he also ran the ball 7 times. It's funny, he had a 75-yard run.
Yeah.
He ran the ball 7 times for 62 yards.
Oh.
So
right.
a lot of losses in there, but he was getting, those are sacks, and he takes those. Their what do I call it? Their workhorse back,
Stallman,
who we expected Stallman to carry the ball. He's carried it 7 times for 31 yards. So they've controlled him. He had a couple of decent runs, but he had the 87. Their tight end had that big screen catch, and well, I guess as we pointed out, he had 11 receptions for 260 some yards or whatever it was coming into the game. He's got 2 completions. Or 11 the quarterback's got 2 completions for 57 yards. So while they don't throw it much, he's averaging 25, 28, 26, 27, about 27.5 yards a carry or a throw. So they do rely on the big play. The long run, the pass plays. And if you look at even the number of plays, if I do a quick count, which I didn't keep, I wasn't doing, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Sorry, I just saw my breath. That was the first time I've seen my breath since like 8 months, so I didn't know it was actually
22 plays for Salamanca.
Yeah, I think they definitely. Well, it looks pretty even, doesn't it?
But what they did do is they noticed that their running game was working.
No, 36.
36 for
So
Fredonia.
they've controlled the ball. I got time of possession, but I didn't get that math done. But Fredonia, if they're even in time of possession, it's like a ball control game for them because they never have the time of possession advantage simply because they score so quick. They do things quickly. They move the ball and they
36
score.
plays and a half is a lot of plays for this Fredonia offense. There's no doubt about it. So, keys to the second half. Stats aren't too crazy one way or the other. It was 17-14 game, right? Salamanca, your eye tells you that Fredonia should be up. They are the better team right now, but Salamanca's making some key big plays, and I think their coach is making some really great calls. You hate to say out coaching, but he is making some huge calls and plays here, keeping Salamanca in the game, and they get the ball here to start the second half.
Yeah, and it's funny because as you were saying that, I was about to say, although I don't feel like it's an out-coached situation, it's just that he's done a good job of putting the right players in the right place to make plays, and they've made them.
Yeah, and younger kids, a lot of sophomores making plays for Salamanca.
Now, before they kick this off, we might as well have this brief conversation because Salamanca's got to be in awe of this field that they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing that dump down there in Salamanca.
Right.
There's some accent lights and brick and turf and a giant scoreboard.
Probably the nicest field in Western New York, maybe? I mean,
I'm sure they'll be writing a letter to the school board thanking them for this facility here.
I mean, just
to play
walking on this grass on the way over here, I felt like I was going to sprain my ankle.
Calderon near with a nice play there. Onside kick doesn't work there. It's caught right away by an up 36, I believe that was Salamanca. In smart play, he caught it and just went down. And, that's a senior Quentin Jones, offensive lineman, defensive end. Caught the ball, went to the ground, giving Salamanca great field position to start. So, obviously it's not end-all here what happens on this drive, but this is a big drive to start second half.
Well, certainly if Salamanca can put points on the board, then they're making a statement that, hey, we're in your house and we're here to stay. If Fredonia can shut them down and score, then they turn it around and the eye test works.
Trips left here, empty backfield. Now Stallman's motion across, and they're going to fake it to him. This is the big touchdown play, but Fredonia was ready there. That's a better whistle there.
Right.
It was he stood up, play was over, they blew the whistle. So good job there by the officials. So somebody doesn't get creamed just being held up.
That was another one of those one-arm reach-outs by someone. I couldn't tell who, but boy, he had a little bit of speed going and just got stopped.
Yeah, and that was the exact play he ran the 75-yard touchdown run where you could have fit a bus up the middle there. So good job there by the Fredonia defense.
Gain of 0, huh?
It looks, well, of course, Salamanca's all in the box right now, too, but I just look at the Fredonia defense. I'm like, man, everyone's bunching up, but Salamanca's receivers are all in tight as well. One wide receiver out wide on each side, and basically 2 wingbacks here in shotgun formation. Stallman to Maddox left. Motion here. This time they give it to, big crack block there. Micah Davis is down. He got creamed.
So that's the first carry by somebody other than Stallman and Maddox.
That block really wasn't any different than what they called on the Ronsky. It was a crack block back by the receiver, and Micah Davis never saw him coming. There's no penalty there. Same exact type of play, just wasn't quite in so much open field. And he's shaking up, but he's staying in the game.
So, nice little play design there for the Warriors.
Gain of 28 on the play. First error, 27 on the play.
Maddox looks like he's going to go under shotgun here.
See, now they're already...
No, under center, but yes.
Sorry, under center. Pitch out to Stallman.
I don't understand why...
Penalty here is going to be hold there. I think Levy got tackled. Looks like maybe, I don't know if that's the same, but there's 2 flags. One came from the back judge, one came from the umpire there. So let's see if it's 2. No, both of them saw the holding. So it will be holding against Salamanca. Pushing them back 10 yards. You can see Glavy just getting tackled on the outside.
Although I'm not sure Glavy, boy, I'll tell you, if I'm Salamanca's coaches, I'm not happy about that because Glavy kind of tackled him. I wish we could see that again.
Yeah.
I think they got a raw deal on that one. I think the kid ran into him. It looked like Glavy tackled him. Which, effective, stops, ties it up. It's not the worst play he could make when he's, better than getting pancaked. But that penalty, there we go, the penalties again.
So it's right where Salamanca wants the Fredonia defense, though.
Yeah.
It's 1st and 20. It seems like that's how they keep getting their plays in these long yard situations.
So we're 1st and 20.
Right around there.
Yep. Pistol.
Motion to the left here. Maddox's option play here. He gives it to Stallman's got some room, but good job closing there. And I think that's Azra. Gives Stallman a big hit and goes flying into that fence out there, but he looks like he's all right.
Gain of 5.
Gain of about 5. No whistle. We can't see where that sideline is, so he must have been in play when he hit him.
He was taken down by the neck from what I could see. I thought he just, either way it was a late hit. He was already out of bounds. But I thought he just...
2nd and about 15. And now let's see what's going on here. Is Salamanca forced to call timeout? No, they're just huddling back up. They're going to be pushing delay a game after this.
Yeah, I can't imagine it won't.
And now they're huddling up.
Long huddle. They got to.
They're sprinting to the line. His Facjo has his hand up, so that means he's counting down final 5 seconds. Just gets it off. Stallman's going to throw it with his left hand.
Wide open.
Another breakdown. The running back throws it there for the touchdown. And Salamanca's going to take the lead 20-17 with the extra point attempt to follow. Sorry about that.
No. Now we can start talking about out coaching. And not that our side, not that Fredonia's not doing a good job. This guy's just dialing it up. I mean, that was a brilliant call. Again, you set him up at 1st and 20.
It seems like they're using. Fredonia has a fast, aggressive defense, and Salamanca's taking full advantage of it to take the lead here for the first time today. 20-17, extra point attempt to foul, low snap. This kick's a little higher, and it's good. It's not pretty, but he's 3 for 3.
Boy, they've all been ugly, but they've all gone in.
And, Greg, this is the first time Fredonia's been losing in a game all year long.
There you go.
I take that back. They're down 3-0 in their first game.
So, and all that, who do we have to – I think we had the touchdown catch by –
I didn't see the number on that. You want Salamanca's packet there?
Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, let's see. I thought is 23 in the game? Let's see.
23 has been in the game.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Carmine Hogue. Okay, I thought it was 23.
Yep.
So Carmine Hogue with a huge play, snuck behind him. Again, junior, making a play.
Yeah, and he's the same player who made that huge block and that crack block earlier, too. So good series for Hogue there. A couple big plays open up the Salamanca Warriors offense, and now they're behind second half. First time all year. Only down 4, not the end of the world, but let's see how this Hillbilly team reacts.
You talk about the flip, right? All the coaches seem to be talking about that these days. What do you do at the last possession and the first possession of the halves?
Yeah.
And if we're looking at the flip, Fredonia just got flopped.
That could basically, you could almost call that a 14-point turnaround by us not scoring.
I don't think it's basically, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And everything that goes into that momentum.
So here we go. Kickoff here for Salamanca.
So good,
Short kick. Oh, good spot, though. Ball's rolling tough. Feeling 10. Right around the 10-yard line by Quinn. Breaks one tackle along the sideline, but takes a big hit right around the 27-ish yard line. So pinning Fredonia back deep now, too, after the opening kickoff in the second half.
So this is a good, this is the test. This is what, hey, here we go. Fredonia, they've kind of owned the first few games, and now it's time to have a real test against a team they know they're going to, compete against, a playoff team from last year.
Yeah, and I'll point out they were winning 21-6 at halftime last week, and the game ended 21-6. Not a single point scored in the second half. So, if they repeat that, they'll lose tonight. So the offense has to get going here in the second half. Trips left to start. To the wide side of the field. Fry looks. He throws a short pass. Falls incomplete. Intended for Quinn. And I'm not going to lie, they look a little flat right now. They look like they don't know how to respond. The energy, it's like they got punched in the gut right now. And the leaders of this team, the Frys, the Cashes, the Davises, the seniors have to step up and get the guys going here. The last thing you want to do goes 3 and out and punt it back to the Warriors. Handoff to Davis, but nothing there.
Lost
the
2
big
or 3.
men. What's that? That was a huge 60. Is that just straight 60? He just swallowed Davis on that play. That's Gabe White, listed at 300 pounds, literally almost twice the weight of Davis. No chance there. Loss of 1. 3rd and 11 now.
Big 3rd and 11.
Empty backfield, trips to the left. And they need 11 yards for the first down, or they're going to have to punt.
He's got time to throw. Looking
Fry
long.
looking deep. Got him in. Deflected, and Whitfield still came off with it. Through number 8. Can he get to the end zone? And he does. Wow, what concentration by Keegan Whitfield there.
What a big play, but what a fluke. He was wide open. He's running wide. Ethan underthrows him. Tip drill.
Yeah, Arian Newark made a great play on the ball. Tipped it. You thought there's no way Whitfield was going to be able to hang on, but he did and turned and used that Whitfield speed for another. What a response there. 3rd and 11. They set the teams flat. Boom, touchdown.
75-yard touchdown pass. Yeah, that's, and just like that, Fredonia's back with it, in control.
Tabone on to kick the extra point is 23-21. Extra point attempt to foul. Still 8:56 late in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Snap is down, and the kick is good.
Ooh.
Man, they're so slow at giving that announcement.
He kind of went and then he went down.
Yeah, there's a little show. It's like a dance routine to announce that the extra point is good out there. But that makes the score 24. What is it now? 24-21. All right, the scoreboard says 23-22. Scored me up a little bit. It is 24-21. And, well, that's a response. That's a big play you needed there. 3rd and 11.
8 plays, 2 touchdowns to start the half.
Wow.
Crazy.
On 2 long pass plays. And one by Stallman, the big running back throwing lefty.
Well, the
broken
lefty,
coverage.
Yeah, and it's always tough. If you haven't scouted the lefty, now I'm assuming somebody had to know, but
I don't know. Maybe they haven't called that play all year.
Always, right.
Yeah. Again, if the Fredonia defense is aggressive, they like to hit, and they're fast. So they like to fly around the field. And really, every touchdown was either a big play because of over-aggression or set up by a big play because of over-aggression. All 3 touchdowns by the Warriors. So, again, that 7 points they left on the field at the end of half is still really – it could easily be 31-21 right now.
Just a whole different setup, right?
Yeah.
Who knows if they're going to make those calls and make –
Sure.
I'll tell you what. Do they fake the punt? Do they not fake the – like I said, that still comes back. I'm still thinking about that fake punt. That was really gutsy.
If he doesn't get that, we're all
Correct.
over him. What a stupid call. What's he thinking?
In his own end.
Yeah.
The game's still close.
4th and over 10 yards.
There's a better kick.
Right
15.
around the 15. A lot of room here, though. He's got a seam at the middle. Calder near had to grab it. He's still on his feet.
Wow, 34.
And this is why Fredonia does not typically kick it deep. You give a good athlete a chance to return it, and that's exactly what they did there. And here it is. You saw that running lane open up.
Yeah, but he got 30 yards after someone should have been in that lane. That was a good run.
Yeah, he hit the whole great blocking there. And now Salamanca is threatening to retake the lead with 8:45 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, 51-yard return.
Yeah, that was a real nice return all the way down to the Hillbillies 34. First down and 10. Let's see. Maddox has Stallman behind him. Twins to the right, a wing and a receiver to the left.
Oh, that's 2 guys moving.
No, they have to reset. Yep.
Yeah.
Illegal motion there. So this is coming back.
Yeah. You can't have 2 guys moving.
Yeah, they both had to reset before that snap. They didn't. Good call, Greg, and it will be a penalty again on Salamanca. But I don't know if it's a good thing or not.
I know.
Keep making all these big plays. And
it's the setup.
Yeah, normally when you're against the chains, it's an advantage for the defense. Tonight has not been an advantage for Fredonia whatsoever.
No, I got to look back because we're see. So their plays have come on. Yeah, it has been. Well, I don't have down and distance. I only have down and yard line.
Most of them have been against the chains. The screen pass, the halfback pass, the quarterback run,
and certainly
the fake punt.
That was a 18, I think he needed.
Yeah. The backside pass to the tight end there and that long touchdown play. All.
Yep. Certainly more than 10 yards.
Handoff to Stallman here. Brought down, probably got
the
close.
5 back.
Yeah, 4 or 5 of it. It looks like he's going to be at the 35. So gain of 4, second down and 11.
Coming down, they're working off of. There we go.
Jamison Quinn's getting worked on the sideline here. You know, he's usually in a corner at this point, so let's keep an eye on him. The star receiver, Keegan Whitfield's really stepped up tonight. Maddox rolling to his left, throwing against his body as the receiver open, 87. He's hit right away. That's Ethan Fry on the tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd down. That's a nice throw and catch. You know, the coverage wasn't bad there.
Well, and it's the first time they've done anything that wasn't a huge play. You know, I mean, that just a nice little, 5-yard, 6-yard
It's
gain.
going to be a 5-yard. Looks like 3rd and 6. You know, obviously they're in 2-down territory here, being right around the Hillbilly 30-yard line.
Now, I got to believe it's 2-down territory here.
Oh, absolutely.
So they're going to, they don't have to get it right now. I would expect us to see Stallman banging inside, trying to get 4 of it.
Motion to the right. Look, Stallman coming back to the left. No, they're going to
throw it.
Little screen pass.
He couldn't find it.
And that falls incomplete. And if Davis doesn't make that tackle, and he had defender all over, and there was a lot of room there on that play. So now 4th and 6. What is the Salamanca coach going to draw up on the chalkboard now for another big play?
Well, 4th and 6. It's not his wheelhouse. He wants 20.
Yeah, maybe they'll take a couple false start penalties here so they can call the plays they want to.
Yep. Crazy. Jeez. Now, they broke the huddle, and Stallman wasn't even, Maddox wasn't even in it. That's, right? That's how much they rely on the wristband and the coach call. And, he was
over on the sideline getting instruction.
Back,
Motion to the left. Rolling to the right. Pop pass completed to 87. He's going to battle for the 1st down.
Got down to the 20, he got the first.
Nice play, not bad coverage. I'm not sure if he would have had, I think he would have had it either way. He was right along the chains when he caught it, but he made sure.
Yeah, if they drive him this way, it's going to be an issue. It's 4th down.
That's Tahani Galante again.
Yeah.
Another big catch by the tight end. Another great play call by Bartosik.
And to the 20,
And they're using that motion, and I've seen teams do this. Fredonia lines up in man a lot, so they motion away from the play, drawing players away from where they're going. I've seen every team do that against Fredonia. Stallman's taking the snap here, it looks like.
Directed,
ball's on the ground. It looks like Stallman might have got it back, though. That's the 2nd time he's actually dropped that snap. Maybe it might have been Maddox that got it who was standing next to Stallman, but setting Fredonia up for a touchdown play, 2nd and long.
Yep. 22. They got to have one more bad play.
Yeah, right.
Not sure what they were trying to accomplish there, leaving Maddox, right there and doing a
No, it wasn't
snap.
Maddox. It was Maddox just came off the sidelines. It was another receiver running back. But they did that a lot last year with Stallman. Their quarterback got hurt early on last year, so you saw Stallman not only against the Fredonia game, but he took a lot of direct snaps and ran the ball out of it a ton last year and had a lot of success. Maddox back in now in 2nd and 12. Motion to the left. Maddox fakes the swing pass. It gives it to Stallman up the middle, and it's a nice quick hitter and a big gain, and it's going to be close to a 1st down. Micah Davis tackling him, I believe. But it's going to be 1st and goal. So off that big kickoff return, Salamanca's looking to answer here in the 3rd quarter. Could be our 3rd touchdown of the quarter. 5:25 remaining. Clock's running. 1st and goal. Ball looks like be right around the 9, Greg?
8, 9,
9, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
1st and goal. We'll say 9 to go because we're Hillbillies fans. So Maddox under center this time. False start.
He hates when that happens.
Yeah. All right, now he goes to the good place.
Yes. Now they're back to the 13.
Sooner or later, this Fredonia defense has to take advantage of these mistakes. Drop snaps, false starts, illegal motions, holding. They have not taken advantage of the chains yet.
Giving up the big plays.
Obviously, the offense and the defense, who's going to make
It is, I do think that it is that a result of the Fredonia is so aggressive. Comes after you so hard. that if a team is disciplined and coached, that they can use that against them. Back under center.
Maddox keeps it.
Oh,
He
he
beats
fooled
it.
everybody.
And he's going to walk in untouched in the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow.
So Salamanca is going to retake the lead again, right where they want Fredonia. 1st and 15.
Although that really, I mean, we've been talking about it. That's complete undiscipline.
Yeah.
But right, I mean, where the heck is
Where's
there's
the
got to be
corner, where's
some
the end, where's the linebacker? Yeah.
Right.
So that makes the score 27-24, extra point attempt to follow.
They flew to the ball so fast. I mean, that.
But that's the effects of a power running like Stallman. The team swarms to him, and Maddox did great play action, and got it out there.
Block.
No.
Oh,
He
hit the post.
The post and
Did it
in,
go
though. I believe it
snuck
did.
in.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it's even uglier.
Yeah.
The ugliest extra points ever, but they all count.
4 for 4
Yep.
on the scoreboard. You know, it's like 4 blooper infield singles right there.
Man.
But now Fredonia finds himself behind the second time of this half, 28-24. 3 touchdowns here in the third quarter.
And still 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Crazy.
Yeah, there's plenty of time for a couple more.
Yep.
Well, a couple more wouldn't be Fredonia's favor, I don't think. Now, let's see if Jamison Quinn's trying to run it off here. Let's see if he's able to return. I don't know if that was a hip issue or not, but he definitely was a little shaken up. He's stretching, run around a little bit. Normally he's a deep man on the kickoff, so he's not going out for that. Looks like Davis is going to go deep, and Glavey is going to take Davis's spot along with Whitfield. And really, they've kicked it to the short guys more than not. I mean, I wouldn't go too far back. They haven't hit a deep one yet, so they kind of split them a couple times.
Well, last time Salamanca took the lead, Fredonia responded with what we felt was an ugly start, and then a huge play on third down, 75-yard touchdown. Caught a little bit of a break on that, too. So at what point do our eyes say that, maybe...
Deep kickoff. Davis is going to have to field it in the bounce. It's a live ball down the corner. Great kickoff. Stays in bounds. Davis cuts it back to the middle. Can't quite get loose. Brings it all the way out to the 30, though.
Great kickoff.
Yeah, that was a perfect location there. Stayed in bounds. Fredonia's lucky to get it back to the 30, to be honest.
Michael Davis is one of those guys. He's been taking a beating tonight. Between playing running back, he's on defense, special.
So now they got.
He's
taking it down.
High school football player, like I said, just taking a beating, and he's a workhorse for the Hillbillies. But
is Davi out there? Oh, there he is.
Davis just asked for a play off here after that kickoff return. He's definitely taking a lot of hits tonight and been all over the place. So. That's the effect of a Stallman-type running back, too. 23 and 87. Real physical players out there. So let's see how Fredonia reacts. Twins of both sides. Davi White to Fry's left. But they're all over those short passes. It is completed, but that was dangerously close to a pick six. And Jamison Quinn is back out there, made that catch for a gain of about 2.
Yeah, Tayona Galante, he tried to cut that under and saw that. Now, that's that same kind of undiscipline that leads to big plays. So.
Right.
And who did we have catch that?
That was Jamison Quinn for a 2-yard catch.
Spread formation.
Fry takes a snap, drops back, has lots of time.
Long
He's
again.
looking deep. He had him, but he tries to get it to Quinn, and he gets it off, voids a sack.
I thought that he was going to throw.
Yeah,
he had him early.
So now it's going to be 3rd and long, and is Fry going off
3rd
here?
and 8.
Fry couldn't unload in time, and instead pulled it down and tried to fire it underneath, and could not complete it.
Or is he just talking?
I don't know. I think Fry might be going off the field, and it's going to cost
Timeout.
Fredonia to waste a timeout here. And that would be devastating for this Fredonia offense if Fry can't come back. Davi White or Keegan Whitfield would be the next guys up here. maybe after timeout, Fry. He got hit a lot as he threw that along the sideline.
It didn't seem like a big enough hit to take him out of the game, but it could have certainly knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, it could be. And it looks like he snapped, buckling the helmet back up, so he could be coming back in the game here.
Yo, Fredonia football raffle. We have a winner, Elaine Hadley. If you're here, come up to the booth and get your winnings.
So this offense, minus one play, have not looked sharp in the second half at all.
And even that one play, it took a tip drill to get a touchdown.
Right.
Fry to stay in the game. He got a little shaken up after taking a hit on the second down pass.
So again, another huge third down for this Fredonia offense. Can they convert here?
Yeah, right off the start of the drive, too. We're not 2 first downs in. They've got field position is an issue.
So Davis remains on the sideline. Fry going back in. Davi White's to Fry's right.
Twins both sides.
Blitz here. Giving up too soon and running out of the pocket. He ran right into trouble. He was under no pressure there. He did not have to scramble. They're in his head a little bit. He's not trusting the line at all, and it's costing Fredonia.
And that wasn't just a sack. That was like a 17-yard sack.
Yeah, if we saw that on replay, you could see it. He's got space up the middle.
Right.
If anything, just step up, make a throw. But he tried to run. He ran right into pressure. So it's a loss of
17. Look at where they are. Yeah,
so Owen Rush is standing at about their own 3-yard line to punt.
Instead of just dropping back and waiting, he again was scampering around. The line didn't hold up, so all in all, it was just a broken down play for the Hillbillies. And now it's going to be 4th and
good snap, nice connection.
Good punt. Hopefully he gets
Gotta
by.
land. Yep.
Gets a bit. He usually gets a nice roll. Not that time. It's a lot. Yeah. Not a bad punt from where
got
he
him out of there.
It. The net was good.
It's a, what are we on the 42 or 40?
About the 40s, kicking it forward. Let's say 44. Yeah, he kicked a little farther forward.
Yeah, he is kicking. What was that? Let's just grind it in a little bit.
Salamanca gave me a little bit more money today.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But he was looking over at the side.
But that
was
was at the 15, so that's a 39-yard net.
Now
41-yard net.
This defense
so that's
really,
as good a kick as you're going to get.
Yeah. This defense with no return is the key there too.
Right.
This defense really needs to step up here. They've given up back-to-back touchdowns to start the second half. Motion to the right. They typically run back right up the middle. Stallman. Ball's loose. Still loose. I think Maddox got it though.
Yeah, I think
that was a big hit there.
No.
Let's see if we can get that on a replay. I don't know who knocked that out, but they
not taking advantage of those opportunities.
Look at this hit here. Not sure who that was, but that was a big hit on Stallman. There's a D lineman there. Maybe
it wasn't even on the ball.
Simon Price came up from the backside and teed off on Stallman, knocking that loose. But now it's 2nd and 12, which is a touchdown play for the Warriors.
Yep, and he loved 2nd and 12.
But nice play there by the D line. That's one big play to see if they can get a couple more.
Take those big plays matter, and they just gotta get some of them. No turnovers yet today.
Whitfield's giving out. Stallman takes it out wide. Azrod is hooked, and Stallman turns the corner, and he's gone.
Ooh, get him. Oh, I thought he was going to hold up too soon.
And what do we got?
No
so
flags.
That's a 59-ish, 58-yard touchdown run by Jesse Stallman.
Yep.
And going to put Salamanca up 2 scores here. And then, this Fredonia team, they look flat and they look beaten up right now.
But their offense looks flat on that last possession.
They need to settle down, and these leaders, they got to step up. The game's not over. We're still in the third quarter, 34-24, but they look beat all of a sudden. They look like the better team in the first half, but I'm telling you what, Salamanca's dominating the second half.
Oh, dominating. In every aspect.
And finally, the ugly kick doesn't go in, so it remains a 10-point lead 34-24, two-score lead. Fredonia's going to get the ball back here, but they got to get a drive going. They cannot give that ball back to this Warrior offense right now. This defense is beaten up.
We'll take a 1-minute timeout right here as the Billies are down by 10 on the Putnam Record Insurance Agency scoreboard. Back in 1 minute.
So they've outscored them 20-7 in this third quarter.
So, boy, yeah, and that's that's 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns for Salamanca already in the quarter. And then, like I said, we look back to that momentum-changing stop at the end of the first half.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
Change the complexion.
Absolutely. And again, on second 12, what do?
Right.
And there was nothing fancy about that play. It was a sweep to the right. You know, Ezra got caught up, a nice block on him. There was no support with the outside linebacker or, inside linebacker or the corner or safety. I mean, that was easy.
Yeah. That did not look good.
So they're changing their return formation. They got 2 guys deep because they keep kicking those corners. I think that's a good adjustment. It's Davis and is that Whitfield back deep?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 12. Get off, baby.
Story just got off. Price came on late and Story came off late. So let's see what adjustment Salamanca makes here on their kickoff strategy. Similar strategy, kicked it short.
Got it. Get him moving up.
That's Peyton Glavey. Hang on the ball. He's not used to carrying it. Still on his feet, and he does a nice job there getting forward and getting down.
Very good coverage, though.
Yes, very good coverage. Now this offense has to respond here. You hate to say it's like a must-have drive. Even if they don't score, they got to move the ball.
I was going to say, I don't think it's a must-score drive. But it is. They got to get a first down. They haven't gotten a first. They got a touchdown. But I mean,
they don't have a first down really in the second half.
They don't. They haven't gotten. They got the touchdown on third down and long. But
Glavey comes off limping after that return.
They need to sustain a drive.
Yeah.
Like I said, a couple of first downs and a punt is still okay. That shows that they're back into it. Because they can score fast.
Absolutely. Tripp's right. Davis back in the game. Fry's left. High snap. Fry sees nothing there. Tucks it, and he is going to be brought down from behind after a short gain. And then Salamanca's flying the ball. Like, it looked like Fry might have a little room there, and he got caught from behind.
It's not to say that the Fredonia defense is going to have a breakdown again, and it's definitely going to be 17 points. But you don't want to live and die by...
Right back to line of scrimmage.
On both sides of the ball. So right now, it's the offense's turn. They have to do the job here, and they have to at least go down and get it.
Back to the spread, twins each side. Davis to Fry's right in shotgun. Second and about 8. Fry drops back to pass here again. And once again, he's under pressure. Tuck the ball.
I think he's. I think he's not.
He's panicking right now. He's not reading his reads. He just looks. He looks.
I mean, both those last two, he took one step, looked at one, and took off.
I wouldn't have minded.
There's got to be a progression.
With the defense coming, expect to pass. It wouldn't have been a bad idea to mix in a run there, but now you're at about 3rd and 6. Ball at their own 40-yard line. Fry drops the ball. It's a fumble, and now he recovers it all the way back to the 30-yard line. We saw that last week against Tonawanda. Yeah, they're going to have to punt it now. Man, this is just ugly so far. Offense here in the
wait a second. Isn't that an incomplete pass?
No,
they're calling it a fumble.
They're calling it a fumble because his arm was never going forward. We turned it over in Tonawanda last week. They almost returned it for a touchdown with that. Fry was able to tackle him from behind, but it was like a 30-yard return off the same play last week.
So we got Fredonia. Quarter. We got the quarter.
Oh, thank goodness.
I mean, whoa.
It could have been a worse quarter for.
Correct. I mean, that was so. That's the second series in a row that Fredonia not only didn't get a first down, but lost yardage on the series. They lost 15 on the second series of the quarter, and then they lost 5 net on that drive. So they're 23 down after that touchdown pass. They've actually had a negative 23 yards on the next 2 drives.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we still have a whole quarter, still 12 minutes to play. I mean, traditionally, this Fredonia offense can score in that time, but they got to get a stop right here and get some
And they
some
got to show that
momentum
they can
back.
get going
Yeah,
again. Yeah.
You got to make, someone needs to make a real play right now. Rush is back to punt once again. Was this the third time or second time this quarter?
1 quarter left here at the Orange Bowl as Owen Rush punts it away on 4th down. Ball bounces on the near side of the 30-yard line, going inside the 45, down inside the 20, and then down at the 18-yard line. And a couple of flags down over along the near side of the
Wow, flags back here. I mean, hopefully you hope that's not against Fredonia. I mean, that would be silly. You pinned them back, a great punt, and it is against Fredonia.
Oh no, boy, oh boy, they're.
I don't know what that signal was. He did one of these, like a bird flying. I'm not sure what that means.
Well, I should have had the. I think maybe a lineman downfield. I'm guessing. I mean, it was a punt.
They took off too soon.
I don't know. Again, you're right. I don't know that call well enough. So.
Yeah, I mean, I should.
It's got to be unusual.
Yeah. So let's see, where are they going to spot it? It's a 10-yard penalty? 15? That might have been a 15-yard penalty.
Or is it a spot? Is it
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking so either way, now they got the ball back at their own 32 compared to inside the 20. Need a turnover here, need a play, a 3-and-out. Something has to happen here for this Hillbillies. Hand off to Stallman, bounces it to the outside. He gets the edge. Still on his feet. Ball's loose. Ball went out of bounds. All the breaks are going.
Yeah. The luck is, but got to make your own at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Peyton Glavey stripped that ball loose, but it went out of play. And Glavey's limping. It looks like Azrat's coming off too. They're falling like crazy here. Ezra looks more mad than he does hurt, but let's see what's going on with him, the star defensive end for the Hillbillies.
So they're pretty much stacking that box, but Stallman is still finding that edge. So Fredonia really needs to contain that edge a lot better.
And Salamanca's the ball, it went out of bounds here, so they're not running the clock, but they're not hurrying to line of scrimmage. Trips right. Maddox is keeping it. No, it's that 87.
Galante.
There's a nice block downfield there by.
Boy,
they're just
gashing them.
Yeah. And the Salamanca can feel it. They know they're just beating the crap out of the Hillbillies right now. They're punching them in the face, and Fredonia's not responding. Yeah, that was 87 taking a direct snap. He's had a real nice game, the Tyone Galante. Another big run.
Defensively, he's had a good game. Yeah. They got to be down to the 16. I mean, that's right there. Let's see where they set up.
I almost wondered if Fredonia might have called a timeout there to try to regroup here, but they didn't. They score here with this momentum. Stallman, direct snap, this time cuts it up, another big hole.
Wow.
Tackle downfield. I mean, he's not getting hit until he gets to the secondary right now.
They're, what are they, at the 5?
Inside the 5, yeah. First and goal here.
I mean, they've gotten 16, 27, 13 of the 3 plays they've run.
Stallman takes a direct snap. He's going to go untouched.
Well, we were worried about Stallman coming in. They seemed to control him in the first half, but he has
he's taking this
nuts,
game over. Yeah.
Gone nuts. I mean, that's crazy. So how's this stat? Fredonia so far if you take out the 75-yard touchdown for this half, they're negative 25 in yards.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they have just got completely dominated in 4 possessions, and an extra point is blocked.
So it stays a 2-possession game. So Fredonia still
They got to get Peyton Glavey off the field. He barely can walk on, and you know, good for him for trying to tough it out. But there comes a point where you're not effective at all. Yeah, it's not completely over, but man, they got
Well, it's not over at all, except I mean, but we talked about the eye test in the first half. The eye test in the second half is overwhelming.
Yes.
That Salamanca, you know. And again, we've got 1 positive play, no, 2 positive plays, 3. There's a 2-yard run and a 2-yard run. Other than that, they, you know, and a 75-yard touchdown on a tip drill.
Yep, and there's more and more players limping around out there.
You limp a little more when you're down by 2
absolutely.
touchdowns.
It hurts a lot more when this happens. No doubt about it, yeah. So technically, you know, it is, you're right, it's 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. So it's a lot to ask, especially unanswered right now.
Right.
Davis and Whitfield back to return again. Quinn not out there on the kickoff return. What?
A game in which Fredonia led 17-7 in the second quarter has almost gotten away from the Hillbillies.
Yeah, since that, like I said, that I just keep pointing back to that that failed attempt at the end of the half that would have been a momentum changer and frankly a score changer. There's some room.
Davis brings it out to about the 39-yard line.
Well, we're saying the same thing we said. You know, I'm going to repeat the same thing I said at the beginning of last possession. Is they got to at least get something going. They got to,
yeah. You know, 1 first down at a time right now.
Right. Got to feel a little bit better about themselves and their
Quinn
offense.
has his helmet off, sitting on the bench right now, so he is not back in the game.
And Fredonia, I mentioned last possession.
Hawk at the bottom of the screen.
That score. Well,
Now he may want to roll right. There's a lot of room over there. But,
two-point conversion.
There, he's got room. Got him. And
He's-
some room to run.
He should have just kept going, but that's all right. That's a big play to Brandon Ronsky. You know, the happy feet started to happen there quickly with Fry again. He's got to settle down, but he did gain composure and throw a nice ball here. And don't abandon the running game altogether here. Settle down here a little bit. They're teeing off, you know, coming ears bent behind their head. Counter and hit them with a strike up the middle and see if you can break one. Timeout Salamanca now. That's interesting. One play and you call timeout, you know.
I mean, who knows who's on the field or off, and it's tough to question anything he's doing right now. I mean, he seemed to have pushed the right buttons.
He absolutely has pushed every button he possibly could so far, and right now, you might give him player of the game, although Stallman's really come on here in the second half, and 87's had a heck of a game too. That's I keep forgetting his name, to be honest with you, but that's Galante.
Yeah.
He's had a real nice game for the Warriors as well. Uh-oh, the eraser's out.
Well, we're down to the 20. Yeah, it was such a big play. I haven't been used to having plays, positive plays. 38-yarder. And that was a great. I mean, we've been on Fry a little bit, so that was a really nice.
It was a good
where
ball.
He pulled his composure back instead of he could have easily just scrambled out and panicked, settled in, found the man in the hole in the zone.
And there's a running play. Oh. My Lord. The Cash got beat bad by 67, and he just leveled Micah Davis on that play. What a hit by Jason Tarr, the senior defensive lineman. No gain on the play.
Second down and 10 at the Salamanca 23.
And that's the end coming hard, just crashing across the left tackle's
Got to figure out
face.
the call that takes
Yeah.
advantage of that, right? Nice ball. Oh, he's got to catch it. Yep.
Yeah, a little play, pitch play to the outside or roll out or something.
That touchdown catch he had, that long 7
All right,
Third
so
and
now we
10
got-
now.
yeah.
I mean, it's definitely 2-down territory.
And at least, again, back to the 38-yard pass play gave a feel, a momentum back to Fredonia that at least, hey, we can get this done, because it's been just downhill for Salamanca. So it's
This third and
twins
10.
both
yep.
ways, 3rd and 10.
Big play here for Fry.
Shotgun formation. Fry takes the snap. Drops back.
Settle. Got him.
Good ball. It's
Whoa,
caught.
he
It's
caught
going to
touchdown.
be in the end zone. Is that Tim Field?
Oronsky.
No, Ronsky's on the outside.
Oh, gotcha.
I think that's Tim Field.
Yep.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns in the career. That ball's a little behind
I
him,
was
as
going to
you're
say,
going
that
to
was
see.
that was a very nice catch. He's defended.
Yeah.
Spins out of it, and
That's
he's
a
in.
nice play, and that's Fredonia
I'd throw him
needed
the ball
that.
more.
Yeah.
Very nice play. Very nice catch.
So you
And they're
would think
back.
you got to go for 2 here, right? Fry's going back into the huddle.
Yes.
So you got to go for 2. It's a 10-point game right now. So you convert this 2-point conversion, you bring it into one score.
Yeah,
and a 2-point.
yeah, you got to do it to get it done, because you're going to need 2. Yeah, even if you kick it, you're going to need 2.
2, yep.
Yeah.
It would be a 9-point if you kick it right now. Let's see what Coach Palvino dials up here. Fakes to Davis, throws over the middle. That's interference, and there is.
Big call. Yep, they made the call. I think I saw.
I saw him throw something, but he definitely hit him before. I don't know.
So now why is Fry stay out there, baby? It's a long way to go.
No, they waved it off. That's a
Oh, my
terrible
goodness.
call. He hit him way before the ball got to
Everybody in
him.
oh boy, that's not going to make Coach Sherlock very
No,
happy.
no, and he's calling it.
Yeah, he should.
He wants
he
an
should get an
explanation.
explanation on this.
I mean, there was
wave
contact
up.
way before that
Yeah,
ball.
yeah,
And he threw the beanbag, not the flag even. That wasn't even his. That was the white beanbag that he threw out. Why would he? I don't know. That's strange. But to me, that's a penalty all day.
Boy, they didn't need that. When you talk about breaks and things going right and wrong.
Get a stop here, though. It's a 10-point game. You got to get a stop, though. This defense has to suck it up as 11-man group. Do your job. Don't try to do too much. Don't think about how it hurts or whatever, and make a play.
Well, and we're at this point. It's a turnover-free game. Fredonia needs the turnover, right?
Yeah.
They've missed out on a couple of fumble opportunities.
Yeah, you're right.
Or did
Warriors
they get a
have put-
fumble? I think they did get a fumble, so it's
They
not
did get one
Yes, you're
in-
right. It's not
in the
a
first quarter, I
very
believe,
first,
yeah.
the strip sack fumble.
Yes.
In the very first series of the second quarter, and that's when Fredonia was on the roll. They had
Okay.
3 and outs.
And Salamanca's playing to stop the onside kick right now. They only have 2 guys
Yeah.
deep at all. So,
Although I wouldn't onside it at this point,
no.
right? Keep it
Get
in
down.
play. Boy, they're catching him.
Yeah, that's a danger of the return. Good tackle there in the
Yep.
open field. That's Ball making a good play. He spins away there. There was a lot of green. So that's a nice tackle. Good start, good coverage there.
Start that drive there with 9:15 to go in the fourth quarter.
That was like you said, that was the junior Mike Ball making a nice tackle. And so now the Fredonia defense. Justin Sherlock, Coach Sherlock has to call up some plays, and his players have to step up here.
Yeah, it's too early to say Salamanca has to make a mistake.
Cash looks like he's coming off the right side on a blitz. Stallman is stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and there you go. Good job there by the defense, but now it's 2nd 12. The worst possible down hitch we can have. Give him a yard on first down. Make it 2nd and 9. It's better for it.
Unreal.
But that was a great job by the front 5 or 6 guys. Cash almost went and lined up in a more like a 5-3 instead of the 4-4 that's traditionally in, and on the line of scrimmage. So that was good call there by Sherlock.
So they're still back in their
Back in
pistol.
shotgun,
But
yo. Ben LeGros in for Davy White, was sneaking up, and here he comes, but they get the
him.
Oh, no, it was fake. Oh, there's a flag. Oh, Maddox slides on in bounds, but it looks
Galante
like
knows there was he knows it happened.
I think he's trying to slide to stay in bounds and not stop the clock there, to be honest with you. But
that was kind of weird. Everyone just kind of stopped.
That was a great fake. I was looking at.
Well, and once again, the fakes, they are really taking advantage. I mean, Fredonia was coming on that. LeGros was up there.
Yeah.
They blitzed hard, and the fake took all that aggression out of the play, and he had a big lane to run. So a timely holding call for Fredonia, certainly not what, we saw a big play by Davis come back on a penalty. Now we see a big play by
by Maddox.
Maddox come back.
Yeah, so again, now this Hillbilly defense has to force a punt. And they got 2 downs here, 2nd almost 20. They have to get a stop here. Stallman is stopped. Good job there by the Fredonia defense once again. It's going to be 3rd and a mile. One more play to force a punt.
Exactly. 3rd and 20, their favorite call. 3rd and 22.
Yeah, you got to stay home here. Don't try to do too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is where Fredonia's, again, they're going to play man-to-man here too. Perhaps this is. I'd get Fry a little deeper if it were me. And he's got to cover.
He's on 87.
Yeah, he's
looks like manned up probably.
Yeah.
They would put Davy White on the running back there. Snap, Maddox wasn't ready. He is running. He cuts it up, and he's hit by Matt Cash, and that's going to force a 4th down.
But you're right.
You just push the player from behind. The official and throw a flag, but it's just you can't keep doing this. I don't care what he says about you, your mother, anything. Walk away.
Right.
It's so undisciplined, this team. Over and over, and they got away with that. Imagine if they got a flag there and gave him a 1st down.
Oh, boy. Yes.
I just don't understand.
Yep.
And it's not one guy. It's the entire team. Davis is the lone returner back.
They're not going for a block, though. Oops, Fry just came on late. They must be short.
Yeah, because Quinn is usually back there, but he's been off.
Leave it alone.
Oh, get down, Jayhawk.
All right.
All
right. Little bit gutsy, but we'll take the play.
I don't think he knew what else. The ball's right here.
Right. And he's a receiver. He's got sure hands. It was right in front of him.
All right, 6-16. It's a 10-point game, so it's not over. Definitely need a touchdown here, and you're right back in the game.
So, and they've got it in, 45-yard line.
Yeah.
55 to go.
See the ball bouncing like that. You're going to be first down, Fredonia. And make sure that you don't muff it or fumble it or anything. But he picked it up and he got hit immediately. But it could have been a lot more dangerous than it was.
Fredonia 1st and 10, moving from right to left towards the north end zone in the 4th quarter. They still got to get 2 scores to win this game. Out of the shotgun, Fry, back to throw. Sets up at the 30.
Why?
See, why is he rolling out?
I mean, smart throwing away, but yeah. I mean, he saw the guy coming. They throw it away in your pocket. Step up in the pocket.
Correct. Had a good 2 seconds before that guy got to him. And
he's looking to his right or left, not down the field. And that's, that's what pressure does to quarterbacks in the NFL, too.
Right.
But he is definitely, and he's going to see, hopefully he sees on the film and can make some adjustments. He's got happy feet tonight. There's no doubt about it. 6:09 remaining. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Hillbilly 45.
From the 45, snap to Fry.
Throws to Jayhawk.
Oh,
Get
good
upfield.
upfield.
You
Yeah.
know, big hit there by Stallman.
Nice catch and move, but boy, he puts his head down. And he's going to get close
just
to the
dive
first down.
forward there, right?
They did give him momentum, though. They did give him the forward,
And
because
they
he got
should have,
tackled
because
a
he
year
took
back.
himself back.
Correct.
If you choose to go back on your own, there's no momentum. Third and about 2 now.
You got to run the ball and get the first down.
Definitely, I get a first down.
I mean, it's yeah.
Hand off to Davis.
I think that's a bad spot on the outside,
Let's
but
see.
man,
Yeah, he reached the ball way out. Ooh, Davis is coming up limping. Hurt that ankle over the summer, and he's not happy. He's asking for a sub.
Now, even worse for Fredonia, Davis is coming off the field limping. So they didn't get the first, and they lose their starting running back, at least for the moment.
So now it's 4th and 67. Came from the end again and a run up the middle. Back-to-back plays, he's done that. He is crashing hard. That's who made that tackle on Davis that play.
Got him.
Oh,
he's
knocked
open.
down.
Good
He
big
was
play.
open.
Again, 87, or was it
Yeah,
46?
I think it was 87.
87's had a
Yeah,
big game
wow.
defense. And he's been sitting on that. Here we go. Here we got him right here. He's sitting at that middle spot.
He's got good height, doesn't rush,
Boy,
never sees him, reads
the
it
corner
perfectly.
bit
Oh, yeah.
so badly. He was so open.
Now, that was a big play once again. The Warriors players, their star players, are making the big plays today. Up by 10 now, 4:49. This is, must have a 3 and out here.
Gotta have it.
And
Now you're looking for
Stallman, Maddox is under center. You got to figure they're going to hand the ball off here. And they do. Stallman gets it, gets hit in the backfield.
Yeah, they're
and
going
the
to
official blows the whistle. That's a nice job there.
Yep.
He's tied up, stops the clock. So now the clock's still going to run, though. It's 4:36 and running. Loss of 1. Good job by the D-line there.
Coming up on the post-game show, we'll announce our WDOE player of the game, and that player will get a trophy presented by Smith and Smith. Salamanca taking the sweet time right here, using it as much as
They got to be getting close now. Yeah, it's definitely quiet here at the Orange Bowl. Sweep to Stallman to the outside. Good containment and pursuit from the inside. So good job by the Fredonia defense there. Are we calling timeout Salamanca? What are they doing?
Well, I don't think that they're as worried about the clock. They're worried about getting a first down. They're worried about making plays.
That's fine, but don't you let it run down? Oh, no, okay, they're correcting. It was on Fredonia. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even if you want a timeout, you wait till it runs all the way down and
Yeah.
call a timeout for yourself. The official on this side signaled Salamanca, but I think he just made a mistake. That would make no sense for Fredonia or Salamanca to call timeout in that spot. It's 3rd and long now, 3:52 remaining. Fredonia only has 1 timeout left. They had to burn one early when Fry got hurt on a 2nd down play.
That being said, how many timeouts does Fredonia have?
This is their 1 left. They only have 1 left.
Yeah, they called one early on defense. Yeah. They're,
has 1 timeout left. We get the confirmation from someone in the booth here. So Fredonia with 1 timeout remaining.
So 3rd and a long 8 here. Be a big stop. And
boy, it would certainly be another gutsy call if they do anything other than just hand the ball off.
Motion to the left and running its
Left.
option play
Yep.
here. Nice play by Peyton Glavy there. And
when they needed
timeout Fredonia, which I believe will be their last one. Rush came in hard on the quarterback like he's supposed to. Outside linebacker at pitchman. That was picture perfect. And he had to make that tackle because there's no one else there, Greg. Look at that.
Yeah.
And that's a great tackle. Outsized there by a good 100 pounds. That wasn't a problem for Peyton Glavey there. So now Salamanca's got a punt, 3:44 left, and Fredonia has no timeout. So not only you got to score down by 10, somehow you got to get that ball back. It's almost, depending how what time is left and they score, it might be onside.
It's definitely onside kick time because, I mean, let's face it, when they kick the ball deep, they get it at the 35. You might as well onside kick.
And as we saw last time Fredonia kicked off, there was
last time they
9
lined
guys
up,
up for Salamanca.
Last time they lined up in punt formation, they ran the ball.
And
I
Fry
don't think
looks
we're
like
going to see it, but
the only one back right now, looking just in case. Maybe they're playing real defense here. And that's advantage Salamanca because you're not really setting up much of a return because you're afraid of.
Well, or do you?
Are you going for the block?
Yeah, I would
too?
line it up and go block. I mean, they're not selling out for the block though. They got at least two guys not going.
Low line drive punt.
Get it on the bounce.
There's really not much of a chance for
it. Had to hop.
Yeah.
So they'll get it on the 25.
75 yards to go. 3:36 remaining. Great job, Jackson. Right on the clock there, my friend. Whew, this is.
Yep. They've got to make and you got to score quick.
Yeah. And Salamanca will play Southwestern next week. Fredonia plays Silver Creek, and then I believe Southwestern the following week. So obviously this game is huge, and the next couple weeks is really gonna decide the division. They're still playing tight coverage here, Greg. No one's deep at all. Empty backfield. Trips left. Davis is off the field after hurting his ankle earlier.
He's gonna
looking deep. He's got all day. Throws it deep. And he's got his man.
At the 30.
That's Keegan Whitfield with another big catch. They got to hurry up to line of scrimmage.
Or the 20. No, that's even. I'm sorry. 55-yard, 54-yard play.
You think they might rethink having a deep safety now that ball's up in the air forever? A deep safety might be able to knock it down, but it's all man coverage. Great adjustment in the air by Whitfield and making a nice catch, having a heck of a game offensively tonight. Fry draws back, lots of time here. Why is he jumping around?
Right.
Stand still. Oh, that's got to be a flag.
How is that not?
That's a flag in the NFL for crying out loud.
Correct.
That is unbelievable. You could hear the helmet-to-helmet contact up here, and Fry is down.
No.
Who's down in the backfield here?
You'd be dragging me off if I was.
Yeah, that is. Is it?
Yeah,
that is a
flag in the
penalty
NFL
all day long.
Well, and we've seen it called already today.
That is absolutely. Yeah, they call it. Sorry, that is just absolutely insane. You could hear helmet to helmet up here. Targeting, they talk about they're enforcing targeting this year. Well, where was it? Because that was right there. A defenseless receiver,
15-yard run.
There.
I mean, he was full head of steam.
Oh, and thank God Salamanca has a trainer, because God knows Fredonia doesn't have a trainer here in a play like this either. Why would he need a trainer here in a play like that to make take care of proper health care?
It's amazing. In a state like ours where we spend so much money on so much stuff, and we can't have a trainer. In the state of Ohio, you can't have a practice without a trainer.
I know I didn't see one with Davion White, but if you're getting popped over the middle, that's 30. Oh, let's see a thin field.
Yeah.
Thank goodness he's walking off right now, but there's no way that should not have been a penalty. I mean, based on they had a meeting earlier in the season of coaches, and there was an emphasis on targeting and ejections, and they don't even throw a flag on that play. They're probably discussing they should have called a flag there. Yeah, and
Head coach Greg Sherlock was having a few words with the referee there and giving him a piece of his mind. And he wants to know why there was no flag thrown on the play.
I'd be sending that play to yeah.
It doesn't do us any good today, though.
No.
Protect your players, and they didn't do that.
I mean, these are kids out here, and you allow that kind of contact to go on. It's just
It looked and sounded dirty, and he was pretty much a defenseless receiver because he didn't catch the ball. And then he
Step
got
up.
afterwards.
there's a flag here. Now the flag comes out, and it's going to be holding on Fredonia.
He's got to stay in that pocket, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
sit in that
dancing.
pocket a
He's-
second more, especially right now, because even if he gains 6 yards and gets tackled, the time off the clock just isn't worth it.
And then and even worse,
we
you
got
got
a
a
holding.
holding penalty.
Which, yeah, it takes a lot of cojones to throw that holding penalty after you just
Yeah.
ate your flag
There was no
on an
hesitation.
assault.
Yeah.
Somebody call him Fredonia police.
Well, second
So we're-
and a mile has been a big play today. Let's
Yep.
see if Fredonia can
Second
do
about
the same
19,
thing. Now
no,
they got
21.
2 safeties high now, so they definitely changed their
See,
Keegan Whitfield with the catch. Tackled inbounds, too, and that's
Yep,
going
gotta
to
go.
take a precious seconds here. So now it's third and about 15, 16 yards.
Ball on the 28-yard line, 5 yards on the catch. 3rd and 16. Ball from the Salamanca 28.
Come on, you got to go here.
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
go. What are we
the
doing?
clock is running.
Still waiting for it. Clock continues to run. Snap.
They call a run play here to Davis.
You got to go. I mean, they should. Fries can't walk over. He's got to have a play. They got to be at the line right
I
now.
mean, no,
and
it's
go.
4th down, so it's a key play. So you got to get the right play in. But if you're calling a run there, you got to have a,
Right.
a 4th
You knew
down.
it was coming.
Yeah, you got to know you got a 4th down play coming because you're not. That's to get some yardage, not a first
Got
down.
to have this right now. This is
Stay
a
in
do or
the
die
pocket.
play. No. Okay, he's got room, but he's. Oh,
Oh, that's a
another
lay-in.
flag.
There it is.
Yeah.
Holy cow! They found the penalty there.
I mean, that's ridiculous. That should be an ejection.
There should be 2 ejections.
He was
so far.
sliding,
Yeah.
and the guy came in with his helmet. If he's,
Yeah.
it should be an ejection. It's easy.
Yeah,
And by
that's
the way,
unbelievable.
Salamanca's up 10. You're not going to tell me that refs don't have that in their head somewhere. That wait, the team that's in the lead just did that. I'm going to eject that. I mean,
Yeah, give Fry some credit for hopping up from that
Yep.
because that was a big league hit.
If they didn't throw that flag, then I don't know.
so that's going to go what, half the distance? What they got it to the 10. They're at the. It looks like a first down at the 9. It's going to go to the 5. It's almost a.
I wonder if he was ejected because there's a kid
Yes.
walking off.
Yeah. It's 47
And that
too.
was Stallman.
He
If
went-
Stallman's ejected,
I
they play
promise you he's
Southwestern. And now guess what? He's out next week
Yeah,
against Southwestern.
He wouldn't. He would not have left the field.
I wouldn't think so.
Is he coming back? Wait. Yeah. Is he back? Wait, he's
Yeah,
back
he's
on
back
the field.
out there.
Timeout. Wait a second. Yeah, he's. Oh no, he's not ejected. Oh, I don't know who made the. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
if
who
that
made
was
that
him
play,
that hit
but,
the hit.
Yeah.
But
There was no ejection there, it looks like. Empty backfield here. Trips left.
first and goal in the 4. Oh no.
Throw it away.
Yep. Boy, that could have been an interception.
He keeps running right into the pressure on the outside, play after play. Slide up. They're going to have to do the old broom drill and make the quarterback slide up, but the guy's
Yeah.
coming from the outside to beat that in his head over and over this next week. Because if you're Southwestern, you're seeing that too, where you're going to do the same thing.
Yeah, he needs to stay. I mean, he's got such a good arm and he's got good vision. Stay in that pocket.
Trips left, lone receiver right, which is Ronski. Davis to Fry's right. 1:37 remaining. Fredonia down by 10. False start now by Fredonia. Not the time for that.
Good news for Fredonia. Tim Field is back in the game, playing the slot position. So I didn't think that we'd see him again tonight.
No.
That big hit that he took, but he's
Yeah,
back
Tim
in.
Field just heard he's back in the game, which honestly, again, without a trainer on the sideline to evaluate him, like, and he may be fine, but it's so hard for a coach to do that.
Oh, yeah, a coach, it's very difficult.
But if he's not okay,
I mean, back in the day, we all played through concussions inappropriately, but we all, so.
But again, the
It
school
could be.
board, if you're
Correct.
listening to this, get our kids some protection and some quality fields, please.
All right, here we go. Big play at the 9. Settle. See,
We'll
look at
see.
his
He
feet
ran right into the pressure. There's no need for that. There was no
Yeah.
pressure off the middle
Just
whatsoever.
stand there and throw the ball. He ran into the problem.
So they're calling a sack on the play, ruling Fry
Yes.
down
I think
before he
that's a good
threw it
call.
away. Me too. But yeah, there's. I mean, again, he's a kid, and you're learning. But he's
Big
when
arm
he
player,
sees this
yes.
film, I hope it's a learning moment. The clock's running because it was ruled a sack, so it's 3rd and 10.
Quicker than he should. That was
Third and-
right there, but
yeah.
he ran right into the edge rusher.
Loss of 12 on that play. Fry back to throw. 3:23. 9 minutes left. Now
Throws across his body.
Oh, they're going to call a late hit.
Yeah.
That guy should be ejected, too. It's always, I'll tell you, roughing the passer.
Can we
my
see a
rule
replay
is,
on that, Jackson?
Yeah, it's going to
wanna
come.
See.
My rule on roughing the passer, but they'll probably should, is if I don't see it, it happened. Because, no, I'm looking the other way.
Oh, yeah, that was way late. It was late.
Yep.
It was the right call, but it
And
wasn't a
head-to-head up top. It wasn't malicious, but it was
it wasn't as bad as the last 2 hits that we were complaining about. But that was definitely late.
And if you're Salamanca, their coach has got to be saying, "What are you doing? Just let him throw the ball."
It was going to be 4th down, right?
But they're over
49 seconds is all remaining with a 10-point deficit.
Yeah.
It's
and now they keep getting
no timeouts. It's going to take a small miracle here for Fredonia, but you like to at least see him get a touchdown here, and so it's not 1st and goal. It looks like ball spotted right at about the 11, according to the chains. Throwing it to the corner, it's going to be way out of bounds. So it's 2nd down 10. The only good thing about that, only 5 seconds ran off the clock on that play.
No, that was Ronska. So his play was hurt tonight too, but he looked to be running fine. But that was Brandon Ronska on that far side. Again, it's so hard with the black letters on the black uniforms. But that is Brandon Ronska. So 5 wide.
So Fry, empty backfield here.
Backfield for Fredonia.
Fry's throwing a jump ball to Jayhawk in the corner, and it is incomplete. 37 seconds remaining, and Fry's on his back again. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from about the 11-yard line.
we're down to 37 seconds on the clock.
Two shots here for you can't get a 1st down. It is possible to get a 1st down for Fredonia. But that'd be, I mean, obviously 1st down's better than
Not
4th
really.
down.
I mean, at this
but
point, they
it's-
got to
yeah.
score on these 4 plays. Oh, boy. I don't know why you go, but a huge game. There's your player of the game is 87. I mean, he just had a huge game on both sides of the ball.
And that'll see it. It'll be a kneel down for Salamanca and a huge league win for Salamanca.
Puts him in the driver's seat.
And it'll be a great game against Southwestern and Salamanca. And unfortunately, if you're Fredonia, you got to root for Southwestern next week.
Oh, boy.
Right? Because you want those 2 teams
Yep.
to then beat Southwestern the
Yep.
following week, and then you have a 3-way tie in the league. Fredonia, we will be back next week home against Silver Creek. It will be homecoming, but that'll do it with the kneel down. They won't have to take another snap. But what an effort! What a second half!
I mean,
by
we
this
watched the team.
what a third
We're
quarter,
sitting there
right?
saying, Fredonia's going to eventually take over because it looked that way. And I'll tell you, it all started at the end of the first half when they didn't get that. They're down on the goal line. They can't get through. And then Salamanca just made adjustments and came out and played.
Yeah, no, they came out. Their coach kept them in the game early with some really key calls, going back to that punt, fake punt deep in their own end. Took advantage of the aggression of the Fredonia defense, and then the power took over in the second half. Stallman in 87 there, Granati. Galante had just a great game, and he's only a junior. Greg's trying to do some stats here. I don't know if that's going to be possible in this short notice.
Well,
but
I'm doing a quick because just looking at the yards, I mean, let's see. I mean, Fredonia had a total, I just did a quick 181 yards in the second half total, and I'm looking at Salamanca and what did they get, because that's my quickest. I do have some numbers. I mean, Salamanca threw the ball, well, our Stallman was 1 for 1 for 32 yards and a touchdown. So, and Maddox, right? He was 1 for 3 in the 3 for 4 in the first half and 2 for 3 in the second half. So very efficient. Again, very few. I mean, 5 for 7 for 40, 50, 62. So 5 for 7 for 62 yards was his day throwing the ball. Didn't throw it much, but got it done. Let's see if I can do this real quick. 13, 20. It's even. Yeah, I mean, when we look at, as I quickly am going back and forth, the statistics are not going to be overwhelming. But, boy, and either, I mean, it's not like Salamanca dominated, but, boy, they took advantage, and they were so efficient in that third quarter. 28, 50, 60, 65.
Yeah, the game is won in the third quarter. There's no doubt about it. The last 30 seconds, 45 seconds of the first half in the third quarter, that's when this game was won, without a doubt. But, yeah, so shout out to our crew here.
Oh, great
Jackson
job
in the
again.
game, as always. And hopefully we'll have a better show for you next week, because we'll have some new technology and a better show on the field, playing Silver Creek Forestville in the homecoming game.
224 yards for Salamanca in the second half. So and only 62. I mean, in the fourth quarter. So they really lit it up in the third quarter. You're right. I mean, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Just moved up and down the field at will, and it was exacerbated by the fact that Fredonia in that third quarter went 3 and touchdown. Then they went 3 and out and 3 and out.
Yeah.
And you run 9 plays in a quarter. It's an issue.
And they got beat up a little. They got tired being on defense that long. Salamanca smelled blood, and I mean, they had some cheap hits at the end, but they played hard and they played physical, and they deserved to win with playing like that. You got to give them credit for that.
Fredonia really did control the line in the first half, and then that just turned. Well, there wasn't much of control on either side because, like I said, Salamanca made big plays with long yardage needs.
Gimmicky plays too, I don't know if total gimmick, minus the halfback pass, that was a little gimmick, but they did a screen play, a back
the throwback,
Right. Again, they great job scouting. They read this defense. It's a hard defense to play against because of his aggression, but they took advantage of that aggression today.
Well,
all right. I think we've said enough. I feel a little beaten up myself up here in the booth after that game. But back at it. Yeah. The season's not over.
Oh, by no,
they even technically, especially if Salamanca loses to Southwestern next week and Fredonia beats Southwestern, could easily be a 3-way tie with all those 3 of those teams having 1 loss in league. and then you go to the tiebreakers after that. So.
Well, and 2 teams make the playoffs. You know, I mean,
2, and then last year 3 from the C
Correct.
South made it because there's 3 divisions, top 2 each division make it, and then a 3rd seed on top of that is going to make it as well. Actually, probably 2 3 seeds because you need 8, right? So that'll do it, I think. Again, Fredonia with a disappointing loss. They look like they outplayed Salamanca in the first half, and Salamanca had that big stop at the end of the first half and took it to them in the third quarter.
By the way, it ended up a 10-point game, right? So it's not an overwhelming, but we talked about the outplay. Who was efficient, and Fredonia, like I said, going back when they had their half. They walked out the field up 4.
Yeah, they ended up settling for a field goal and no points and 2 of the different red zone possessions there. It wasn't the only 2. They did score. Davis had a rushing touchdown inside the 20. I don't know if the other passing touchdown was inside the 20 or not, but they were at best 2 for 4 touchdowns inside the red zone. And that left some points on the field and the long run cost them.
Yeah, they're just big play after big play. They didn't seem to make those plays. And again, give Salamanca credit. Excellent coaching job, taking advantage of Fredonia's aggressiveness.
Yeah, well,
the the other TD was that 28-yard bomb. If you remember, the looping.
Throw in
across
the
his body
there.
All the way back.
And
the ball traveled about 60 yards to go 28.
We'll have to confirm it. We said that was Quinn. I said it was Quinn. It might have been Whitfield. I know. The radio had Whitfield, and that is Whitfield's side, but it was a trips play. So that Whitfield might have had 2 touchdown passes. I mean, if he did, he had close to 200 yards receiving. So give him some credit tonight. We'll have to get confirmation later, but.
Well, and I do think that there's a lot of correction that can happen. We've talked about the aggressiveness of Fredonia. I'm sure that the coaches are going to go back in and they're going to talk about, okay, staying in your lanes. You love to see players play hard and play aggressive, but you got to play smart too. Same thing on the other side. I think that you saw Ethan Fry got tested today. He was, we've talked about the happy feet and the movement, but he's still got a big arm. He's still got a good vision.
He made some plays too, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And so he's going to look at that tape and he's going to say, okay, and there's a lot of improvement that can be made. He is a first-year signal caller.
Yeah, right.
So, once again, we're in Game 3 or Game 4 as opposed to Game 8. And
right. This season doesn't matter as nearly much postseason, but you got to make it the postseason. Now, this Southwestern game, it's always big, but now it's going to be that much bigger. If you have 2 losses in your South, then you're really hoping tiebreakers and everything else you squeak in as a 3 seed. Because, this is definitely a playoff team. But being such a tough division, they easily could get knocked out with another league loss and lose some tiebreakers with teams from the north or was it north south, and I can't remember what the other. There's 3 C divisions.
Well, and I'll tell you that not scoring at the end, we may be talking about that. So there's a touchdown at the end of each half that Fredonia doesn't get. The first one is a momentum changer and a point changer. The second one could be a tiebreaker. We're going to start looking at point differentials. 10's is a big differential for playoff teams against each other.
Absolutely. Well, I think we beat the dead horse here. So again, thanks to our crew. Greg, thanks. Welcome back from your trip to Boston in week 1.
Thank you.
I might accuse you of being a Brady fan and visiting him out there when
you'd have been wrong. By the way, he's in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
All the chowderheads miss him, but we don't.
All right. Well, thanks everyone, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Shannon Davis, Greg Krause. Have a good night, everyone.